Are things scuffed, chat? Yes. But is it okay? Yeah. Because I shouldn't be doing combat anyway. That should be perfect. Nice. It is. Okay. Check play space. It's a little bit ooh, that's not good. Note to self, don't fight over there. Be over here. It's tilted a bit, but it's not as bad. Just over here is safe. I fixed the eye open again. I'm excited about it. There's also a couple other things, but we'll see if they show up today. Hi, cats. Ah! Hi, cats! It's gonna be very white.
As for where she went, I don't know where she is.
Oh, finally. Are you sure? Damn.
Oh.
Yeah.
If I was only
Much
feeling that.
Not very many people today, huh?
I think people are.
You know what? I'm not even gonna say the quote. Hello, Nish.
Last week.
Hi.
Roof.
Last week was very chaotic, and I think people needed a little.
Well, it was technically the last several weeks, but who's keeping track?
I mean, we went to the beach, so.
I'm keeping track with alcohol.
Who in check with alcohol?
Keeps me sane.
Oh, yourself.
It keeps me in check with alcohol.
Oh, whoops, that should be open.
I was like, oh.
Window! Don't jump out of windows.
Go for a drink, Cynthia.
I
didn't. I ended up on the windowsill.
Again.
Well, good, but
I
if
can-
you're gonna,
yeah.
if you're gonna be drinking an excessive amount, at least let it be on the deck of my ship. Because at least when you go overboard, you'll be floating. It's not
Water.
dead.
You know it? That's fair.
There's sharks in the water.
I'm pretty sure I'm buoyant enough for that. Here you are.
You're pretty
I don't remember
speedy.
the last time I saw a shark.
if we should
It's a Hagen, maybe.
I have to be.
I don't know if we
Keep up with some of our patrons, after all.
I suppose that's
like
fair.
to think so.
So,
And luckily, Ryder's paying for everything today.
everything you say.
He is.
Everything.
He
Yeah,
did say
good luck.
that. There were witnesses.
Ryder, your wallet's about to go.
Why? Thanks for the double melon juice. You're lucky I'm being nice to your wallet, or else I'd drink this whole bar again.
And then get yelled at again.
Atlas. Can you just not do that?
What the surprise visit?
Well, everyone here knows everybody, and you're just sitting here by yourself like a total loser. Like that guy
A
too, but
loser who
at
has a
least I know
series of
him.
documents to look through.
You're gonna look through documents in a public place known for socializing? Hey, that goes for you too!
Well, okay, I had to save that one from falling out of the damn tower, and then someone decided to bring up weird Basha history with me, so, you know, working's a good alternative.
Do you know a better place that doesn't have a long series of steps that I would normally need to just climb up?
Literally anywhere but here.
Heard that there was a guild here to join. Joined it, and got back to my work.
2 mugs of beer, please.
So then why didn't you leave to do your work? Instead of sitting here like a weirdo?
Because if I'm just gonna have to sign a couple of papers, why shouldn't I just do it here when there's a fucking table empty?
And you
Why the fuck
can't
do I need to
that
take another walk?
around other people?
Thank you.
It is! It's because I misjudged how big they are
I
in
guess
games.
it's not so easy for some people to just come up and randomly talk to a stranger.
Yeah! Imagine.
Yeah, imagine being foolish enough to just interact.
Just
That's
hands
all.
on a mug of beer.
Yep.
I did not ask for a mug of beer,
Mhm.
friend. I really, really didn't. Thank you.
And
I really could use space.
ah,
I mean this as kindly as
So-
I can.
to who do I owe the pleasure from this such a strange visit?
Oh, the name's Nish, the local bully.
That's right.
These people are bullied by you.
Oh yeah,
I'm
they make
just
it really
trying to
easy for
relax.
me.
If you could allow me to relax, all I would like.
Wow, they really don't have any bite back, do they?
I don't know, you're kind of falling for it too.
I expected it from the one with the great sword. Not very many others.
Learn to survive yourself before you judge.
Well, so one being judged without even seeing my skill.
I don't need to see your skill to judge you for sitting by yourself like a loner who thinks that they're so much cooler than they actually are. Judging by the whole jacket on the shoulders thing.
Mm-hmm. Just the one who can't seem to find anything else to do with their pathetic time than actually go bother others.
Exactly! And yet I'm here talking to you! You must be the bottom of the barrel.
Mm.
Remind me not to piss you off.
Still better than yours, mine.
I don't know about that. I'm friends with everyone despite the fact that I bully them horrendously. For some reason, they don't have any
I
sense
think
in
that
their
says
brains.
more about them than it does about you.
Oh, 100%.
You
Total
bully
losers,
me?
a lot of them. Huh?
You're really nice.
What?
You didn't bully me, you were really nice.
They're outwardly calling you a loser actively right now. I think you need to have another eye open, friend.
For a moment I did actually look like that, but I mean, I had people here. It's just it got a little bit weirdly tense because, you know, Garleans, a lot of other things.
I am not nice. Don't offend me like that.
Kane, this is Ryder.
Oh,
Neat.
the comms are going off again.
Nothing at the tower. What about you?
We're heading to the
Nisha.
north side right now. I have Luma and another individual with me.
Like niche. Someone's niche is
Soren.
something or another.
Do you need
I
another
got your niche is sitting in corners
person with you,
alone.
Kane, or no?
I think a party of 3 should be okay.
What's happening?
Your niche is just being annoying.
Melodia's gone missing.
Exactly.
Has anyone
Interesting.
seen her?
I am a prodigy
regardless.
in my
No.
field. I'll have you know.
We'll be looking.
Raj, keep an eye out.
Need any extra hands or eyes on any
Guys,
gates?
I'm fine.
Glorious foresight.
I've just been wandering a bit and practicing guitar in privacy, but I'm okay.
By yourself?
Since I'm such a loser, I guess we'll be
I
losers
just
together
needed
to
a
have
bit
drink.
of exploring
Ugh,
and
no, thanks.
some
I
time to
have
think.
tea, and that's plenty enough for me.
I'm fine though.
You can enjoy your peace juice
Look,
yourself.
with the recent Void Scent attacks, I think us being on our own is a bad idea. Are you with
connected
someone?
to the link shell, right?
Well, I am now, it seems.
Just got
Apologies
signed
for
in for
causing
today.
trouble, though.
Not even, well, probably not even 10 minutes
You
ago.
probably should do so if you haven't
It's okay.
already, considering the active
Just
communications going on right now.
Who's with you right now?
Usually
true.
that's how we find
I
out
was
there's
in
some
the midst
three
of
with me,
doing it.
Luluma,
something or another is
Kane,
going on, and
and
that's why everyone's
I'm
starting
not sure
to
if I got
collect outside
Soren.
like a
Thank you.
bunch of pigeons.
Oh.
So you
I
were
didn't want
north
to
of-
double mic.
It's fine. Look. Just
Who
with the recent
knows? Maybe
Void
you
Scent
should have been in the
attacks
link
and
shell to
them
find
being
out.
in rapid succession,
Shroud, maybe, but that's kind
they could pop up at any given time, including inside of the bunkers.
If not that,
I just want you to be more careful and thoughtful about your position.
Falcon's Nest?
Well, I wanted to try to see if I could plant this
Again,
lure
sorry
somewhere
about
and see
that.
if it actually does its job.
I was about to
Alert
say, I'm
what?
pretty sure I just saw you at the tavern.
Well,
I'll be alright.
We found out that the sensors
Tom, there's
were
free
for
drinks.
some reason causing the attention of most random
Yeah,
creatures. up to
in case you
Yetis
don't
down
know,
to
free
just
drinks
simple
on me,
imps.
guys.
So,
Enjoy yourselves tonight.
Sid had me taking apart certain, which is what I was doing right over there, actually. You know, my nerd stuff. Taking apart certain pieces and seeing if we could actually turn it into an actual lure. You know, could be useful.
I mean, if you chuck a bit of meat around it, you might get some wolves, but that's probably going to be about it.
They've been. All the wildlife here has been kind of scarcely absent as recent events have unfolded.
What kind of
What if that actually
energies does it put out?
Well, I mean, that's actually the thing. It's not really supposed to. It's basically meant to kind of like catch the reverbic. Basically, it's meant to help read the sensor, read this. Cold wear today. Oh my god. It's meant to read the etheric flow without dispersing etheric energy. It's supposed to receive, not send. So the fact that this is attracting so many creatures has us thinking that maybe the reverberations are sending off some kind of signal that I guess most of us can't really sense.
I'm not really much of an engineer, but maybe it's something like putting a fishing bobber in water and inevitably it makes the lake like wibbly wobble a bit.
The ripple.
Yep.
I like the metaphor. Possibly.
I mean, if it's sucking it in, then it's gonna cause like a. Or something, I don't know.
I suppose you're right. That actually does make sense.
Yeah, so it's not gonna be
Well,
all
still.
calm, it's gonna like. Do something. Hello.
Oh, Luluma. Question.
Yes, yes.
Would you be upset
Hey,
if I
it's
put
Mr.
an
Tank Guy.
experimental lure somewhere outside?
I don't remember what your name was.
Hi,
Mr. What?
it's
What do you
Soren.
mean by lure?
Soren.
As in bringing monsters here.
Got it.
Well, it might not be monsters. It might
Good to see you
be
again.
Me too.
large hamsters.
Large hamsters.
I've always wanted to see a large hamster.
What is it?
Can you remind
You know,
me
like
what
one of
happened
like
a
the
week
giant
ago?
ones.
Miniature giant hamsters.
Has giant hamsters been more likely than monsters?
Don't understand.
Yeah, go further into Corpus, please.
I'm not gonna change your
Thank you. Not here.
Hmm.
Past Dragonhead.
Oh, the machine is
There is
always
some
good.
kind of
Someone's edgy over
symbiotic
here. Tell me
relationship
about it.
between it. Oh there.
Man named Xenos, Guardian Empire.
Took a minute.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. There's a lot of noises. What'd you say?
I was going to say, him and the warrior flight. Almost symbiotic relationship.
Oh, she wants you to call
I don't know how to describe it. It's strange. The rumor's true, he actually came all the way to Charlie and offered to save him, only to fight him.
Well, actually, both of those were true.
It's interesting.
Xenos may have been a monster, but
Deep down I saw
good road snacks.
He was lonely.
Spirits.
Ugh! No, just let bad guys be bad guys. Gross.
They were sitting up there, just playing some guitar.
Don't worry, I just
My bad.
Oh no, they fucked off elsewhere. Time to.
I'm gonna be the new one!
But not bad.
No, I was just worried about my friend, alright?
Yeah, that's mostly designed to be eaten with coffee.
Listen,
Didn't
you
you
can be
describe her as a
concerned,
criminal?
but your actions don't make too much sense.
Do I make a lot of sense?
Can I be updated on what's going on?
No.
Is this one of those things that you said about
It is
earlier?
called personal space. I know that's hard for you, but you should probably learn about that.
Hey, I know about personal space.
Do you?
Yeah, Ryder.
Oh boy.
Do you?
To be fair, the first time I spoke to you, I
Even
thought you
his
were gonna
own
shove your
friends.
face in my
Answer the question.
chin. Oh, weird.
Last time I spoke to
I am
him, he
fuzzy.
mistook me for someone else.
Conquering mess.
Miss Luma.
Together, right?
This is one of
my
those
bad.
tasks you talked about earlier that you were referring to.
No, I do actually have a mission
can't
for
win, man.
everyone. I'm just giving people time to settle.
I'm gonna go step outside.
And there he goes.
Thank you.
Another one of his legendary
Oh,
walks.
fuck.
What did he get?
Legendary walks.
That's a legendary walk?
Another one.
What's so legendary?
walking out into the snow by him.
It's just.
leave
eh.
town, is he?
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
So it's fine when he leaves town, but when anyone else leaves town, there has to be a search party.
What?
So, now hang on.
because
Now, as
we-
soon as he hits those
No.
gates, do we immediately call for a search party? Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Hold on. All right, people. Here's your mission. If he leaves the
He
gates,
stopped,
if
he
he leaves
stopped.
any gates today, any gates, search party immediately.
You got it, boss!
No.
If Ryder leaves the gates, any gate at all today, search party immediately.
Are we all just
all
gonna
over the
charge
comms.
at him?
Is it just red alert? Everyone just
Yeah.
scrambles. Red alert, yes.
I want to hear proposed science over the comms. All right.
Yeah, that's right.
Now then, Meech, when you are available, I would like to have a
That's the
discussion.
Warrior of Light.
Oh, is it about the Warrior Light business?
Warrior of Light, Slayer of
did
Ghosts,
anyone
I
Hero
guess
of
I shouldn't
Gods.
judge
No.
based upon first
Yes,
appearances.
I did.
What the?
It didn't happen. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Something else. Also, your
Although,
legs
not much of
seem
an
to be
appearance,
a
if I'm
bit
being honest.
dysfunctional today.
Are they?
Dark.
A little bit.
Oh god,
No,
they're
didn't.
brooding.
You got better.
Ah, yes, well, has been an injury.
Darkness to
You know,
be
they're probably looking like
dark
they're all
now. You can
staring at
literally
me. What
use
do I
the
do?
power of friendship and it works just as well.
I don't think he even notices.
He does.
He's looking around.
Believe me, he does.
We all just spread. Can we all just like progressively inch closer?
He's reaching for the sword.
Reaching for the sword. Okay,
Slowly
okay.
get closer.
I will fight you.
Should we just inch like?
Yeah,
Every so
Yeah,
often.
exactly.
Slowly
God.
inch towards
a little
him.
bit.
We're like all watching him right now.
Okay, you can do that, but I'm gonna appear mysteriously behind him.
As you should.
Hello, KS. I'm sorry if I don't see most of your messages, because I'm focusing on the roleplay. No easy way to get around, huh? How do you want to do this? How do you want to do this?
Let's see. Still facing that way, I think.
Oh yeah, he's not gonna think to turn around. Guaranteed.
No. I'm gonna go towards the tent.
I'm the warrior of light. They're not doing it? What the heck?
Wait, I have a question for you.
Yes.
It's one of my good friends. Someone I've known for a while. Do you think I'm deserving of the title of Warrior of Light?
Where's this coming from?
That's a very loaded question. What does it mean to you?
Please.
What is a warrior?
Spare your soul and vulnerable parts to me.
To be honest, I still don't know to this day.
Well. Okay. You know, I could go on an entire rant about what a warrior of light is, but what matters the most for that question is how you perceive it.
I know.
A protector, a defender, a slayer, a killer.
I know that ever since my days back then, I've always wanted to protect those who were weak. Because even I know what it's like to lose everything. To be judged and be mistreated. To be hunted just because of who you are, your bloodline.
Well, let me
Yeah,
ask
me
you.
too, man.
What do you all perceive as the warrior of light?
More of a concept.
Halo.
Someone who is the most, well, themselves. Selfless. No matter the cause. No matter the circumstances. No matter the past.
The way of light, in my eyes, it's supposed to be our guiding light. I have no idea what any of this means. Sort of, personal self to achieve.
From the way things have been going lately, I don't feel I'm deserving of that title.
Okay.
You've
Can you
earned
give
it,
it to
though.
anyone else?
This is not the time. I have to catch him when he's
can't.
fishy and
Then
alone.
stop being the warrior of
Not with a
light.
huge band of
Problem solved.
protectors.
Okay.
But I know this was thrusted on me for some reason. Why she chose me.
Right up.
Sometimes there doesn't need to be a reason. It just happens.
Okay, warrior of
That's
light.
fine, I'll give you my
is not
answer
a
in a
singular
week or two.
entity.
That should be when I'm ready.
That title is not for some kind of savior or
Now
protector.
I know that you're nice
you
and
want it
squishy about this
originally
particular topic.
for those
It's
who
gonna be
have the
perfect.
blessing. And that being the case, there is multiple warriors of light. It is just you have achieved far more than most others. Yes, we call you warrior of light, but who else here has the echo could also be called that? Some is stronger than others. It is because you have achieved so much more that people call you the warrior of light, saver of the fierce, ever so many other titles. But that is all it is.
Boy, get me out of here.
It doesn't fully encompass who you are. Rider. It's not about being worthy. It's not something you can be worthy of. It was a blessing. That is all.
In my eyes, you're just Ryder Sidriel.
I didn't think you're the goofy
We
guy
may
with
make
white
fun
hair.
of you. But at the end of the day, you are just Ryder. Not some mythical hero sent to us from Heidelin herself to save us from despair and darkness. You're a dipshit that eats cheesy bacons and hits on people despite having a wife.
Wow.
They're a hero.
I saw you when you first came here
They look like
to Eorzea. And you have changed quite a bit, I will not lie. You have grown and become surprisingly less edgy. Regardless, though, there are some things that have stayed the same. You are still a goofball. You still wear your heart on your sleeve. That has not changed, title or no title. Do not worry about owing up to it, feeling unworthy of it. If there's anyone that is worthy, it's probably the one who has achieved ever so much. You start the final days. Something that has never been done before. A first. That is why you are called Warrior of Light, because you are a symbol of light, specifically a symbol of hope. But at the end of the day, that does not define you.
Also, you're kind of thinking about it all wrong there, big guy. You're looking at it like you're just the main hero. Don't forget, while you were out there doing what you were doing, all the rest of us were down here keeping everything else safe. I mean, and the G-Warriors are watching after Linzo. A bunch of the others are looking after everywhere else as well. I'm not even a warrior of light. There's plenty of people out there who are out there fighting the good fight. You just did a big thing, and we're all very proud of you, genuinely. But not like alone, you know. We don't. If the world's on fire, yeah, we'd look for you. But if you weren't there, we'd still stand ourselves. You're fine, big man. Calm down. Roll it on your shoulders. You're okay.
You helped us
Not like you need to do everything.
Your friends to help you out.
He changed your
perspective. Not everything is black and white. You showed us.
Yes, it is.
You did what others could not. You united us to fight for a common cause. You came despite
Ease the weight.
everything we've done.
Ease the weight. Ease the weight.
Yeah, I can't listen to any of those false platitudes anymore. Oh, Ryder, you're the best guy ever! Just because someone's strong, powerful, they deserve all your love and attention, huh? That's all it takes? Broaden your perspective. He doesn't have the charisma to persuade the broadside of a barn. All he really is good for is swinging a sword around, and even then, he uses it on people that he shouldn't be.
What is with the edge today?
I don't know.
Oh no.
I
There's
don't
a
know.
couple of people here who.
I think there's something in the water.
Maybe.
So when was the last time anyone's had water? Real shit. Well, I eat grapes. I
Oh,
don't
you
wanna
don't
be-
want me. You do not want me to answer that question for
They
you.
look very familiar.
Did no one just drink water? Does everyone just drink alcohol?
Yeah, never mind.
Do you really want
Tea is
that?
awesome! Whoops. Tea is awesome! People should have it!
Right now.
Oh yeah, I must inform you, apparently I've been banned from drinking alcohol here. Holy shit, they scared the fuck out of me.
I could definitely use some cheese and bacon. Quick!
I mean, technically grapes hydrate
Also, wait,
you,
what
so
do
you're
you-
He was
technically
just
not in a
existing!
bad position.
Ow! You know what? I see what you mean.
I looked up and I wasn't expecting to see the bun.
Why, are you thirsty or something?
Yo.
Yo!
No, suits. They're
Yo.
extremely hot all the time. So we like to hydrate
You seem
often.
comfy up there.
Oh yeah, I love high places.
I don't know if you're getting hot here, though.
It's a bit cold right now, so be careful with the ice. The heck?
Oh, you realize you're talking to Avina, right?
You're telling them to be careful.
You know, ice is very
Anything, they're in
slippery.
their element.
Wow, I had no idea!
Nah, dude. Ice is sticky. Don't lie to me.
Yeah, I guess I should get started on all that.
You're no scientist.
So,
Oh dear.
just as a, just
Oh.
for you two, just as a heads up for
How
our
rude.
mission objective. If at any point you see Ryder going outside
Why
and
did I keep doing that?
gates, we are to immediately form a search party. Yes.
Oh my
Red alert! Everyone scrambles. Comms open.
Still.
Go.
You know, everyone
That seems to be the case.
behind him, thinking it
Right,
was going to be really
Operation
funny.
Find the Lights, baby, here we go.
Steps away. You're gonna fuck with
Hey, boss!
So whenever he goes, I'm getting on
I
a
can
wall.
play that game.
We wait until he passes the gate.
Alright, I'm only joining
Boss!
if they're calling it Operation Find Baby Light.
Huh.
Isn't this technically what happened to me earlier?
Yes.
It's always like a lost
Yeah.
child.
Damn, she's so low to the ground she can't hear me.
She wants to
I
do
went
this.
out.
I
That's I went out the gate before you, and no one was looking for me. I must have great
I was
stealth
gonna
without even knowing.
Kane, actually,
The thing is,
I saw you leaving. First thing I did is I came and said, "Guys, what Kane's doing?"
Melodia.
Someone's coming this way.
Out of my
I was like,
office, and
"Kane's
everyone's
fine."
on red alert, running
I
around.
didn't
Oh, hey, it's Aster!
And I'm like,
But you,
is she not allowed to leave?
writers made it sound like
Is she
we're
not allowed to
actually
leave?
looking. Like, oh fuck. I'm like, oh.
I was just wandering around
You know,
as I do.
realistically,
I was
actually,
going
if
to
you
play
started
a
just
song, and in the
walking
middle of my
away from the
song, I hear about
backside,
everyone making search
You might actually
parties
kind
for
of blend
me.
in a little bit. If we're being real.
I don't know, man.
I like that Vieira
I
over
mean,
there?
don't do
know.
101.
From up there, or the little outpost from up
I
there.
feel like if one of you were in trouble, you were like, you would have done the comm for help or anything. So.
I would have been smart about it.
Seriously though, boss.
Hey everyone, I want to let you all know that Ryder's currently missing. Can someone make sure he's at the tavern eating?
Oh, we should tackle him to the ground.
Guess let's go check.
I agree.
Reporting in, he's at the tavern. He's indeed, I believe, eating.
What's happening?
Can confirm, I see him right now.
Hey, Aster.
We do have
Baby
eyes
light
on him.
Found, I repeat, baby
Hello.
light found.
The sing shell is gonna be very loud today. People are really bored.
Why?
The mission is because the Warrior of the Light is a hypocrite. Anytime that he steps outside of the gates, we are going to immediately send for a code red search party and tackle him to the ground.
That seems a bit extreme.
He tends to do it every single time that someone else steps out. Only fair. Besides, it's a command by the guildmistress herself. I can't possibly refuse.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. We decided to do
Yeah.
some dumb shit earlier, so. Karma.
I see. Will you be able to get down?
Oh, of course.
Very well.
Whenever you're available to talk, I'll be waiting. Oh, that's easier. Fine. Come. If you don't mind.
Sure, whatever.
I was talking to both of you because it looked like they wanted to talk. Okay. Yeah.
Huh?
Well, no, I was talking to you because it looked like you wanted to talk to them, so that's why I asked if you don't mind, because I'm going to go steal them away for a minute to go talk with them.
No, it's
okay.
perfectly all right.
Wonderful. All right.
Man.
Don't die!
Drink something warm. I already have, and it still hasn't worked.
I think the ground floor of the tower will be enough not to make you walk up all those flights of stairs.
Tea was invented before alcohol.
Alright. This is good enough. I'm just gonna on the elevated ground. There we go.
So, is this the part where you kill me?
No, not at all, actually. I just want to know if you're going to cause problems.
Yep.
Okay, depending on the problems, I might have to ask you to leave.
Okay.
Because, to be perfectly clear, I've noticed quite a bit of odd behavior when it comes to you. Inciting conflict amongst people, especially in dire situations, being one of them. Us dealing with void scent and your refusal to go with the intent to kill. Don't think I've actually seen you unsheath your weapon yet. You obviously have some sort of thing going on with void scent. Something to do with your dark traumatic past. As that's obvious. But
Sure.
I'm not going to ask. The only thing I really care for is this going to be an issue? Because I cannot have you sitting around causing issues when we're dealing with other things. If you have beef with other people, that's fine, but when it is such a big problem, I cannot have you inciting more conflict needlessly. And while I'm fine with a contrarian, there is a fine line between helpful other perspective and causing shit to cause shit.
Oh, this is fun.
So, really, it's up to you. Because if you're just going to cause shit, well, I would need you to leave, because I cannot constantly worry about you trying to, come over and kill me in the middle of this, because, fuck it, we ball.
You're scared.
Does that make sense? I won't quite say scared. I would say more concerned, and it's not necessarily about my life.
Who do you think I'm gonna kill?
It's about others. While you have shown multiple different times that I appear to be a problem, you've tried to show that I'm the one that's summoning void scent, despite clearly not, inciting more conflict and panic amongst the adventurers. And I have heard word from others that, well, when it comes to void scent, when it comes to void scent, it's clear that, well, if it really came down to it, you would pick them over anyone here.
That's what they said, huh? So that's why I was actually engaging and whacking the shit out of them, blade or not. I unsheathed my weapon.
With the blunt end of your scythe.
Sure. It still gets rid of them, though.
I have not seen the intent to kill, nor much offensiveness when it comes to you, which is a bit odd for a Reaper.
Wouldn't it be better that way? That I wasn't so bloodthirsty?
I think in this kind of situation, I would prefer that. We have plenty of tanks and defenders. The ones who really matter when it comes to permanently getting rid of them would be your lot. Now, I could be completely wrong. This is only things I've heard, things I've seen. My own theories, if you will. And if I am completely off base here, then I do apologize if this comes left field. But in the odd case that I am on some kind of point here, I need to be certain. As you can imagine, this is a rather big situation.
Sure. I mean, if things are going down exactly as things are on paper, then I, more than anyone, would want to kill the person involved. Whoever that is.
I just don't trust your judgment. Or you, for a fact. That
Well,
if
I
you
am a
firmly
total
believe
stranger.
there's I, you will just kill me.
Well, I mean, if you are the person who was involved in all of this, yeah, I'm gonna take your head off.
And while I may say I'm not, you don't believe that.
Oh, sure, no. It's better to wait for absolute concrete proof, though.
The issue is I don't trust your perspective. Nor sense of judgment.
You're the one who said you wanted me to be bloodthirsty.
Also your foot.
You're gonna have to choose.
There we go. So, I'm not going to ask about the tragic backstory, or the very obvious trauma that your outfit is literally a price of health. But I don't want to be involved with that. I don't want to pry. The only reason why I'm doing this right here and now is because it now involves me. And that is all. So, are we going to have problems? Are you going to incite issue when we need there to be no issues when it comes to such dangerous events? Because, yes, you could be contrarian. I'm not asking you to stop that. I'm just asking you to, I don't know, let shit lie for right now, preferably.
Let me put it this way. I don't cause trouble when people are actually in danger. Never have. Usually it's other people actually picking bones with me for some reason at really weird times. There's a couple witnesses for that you can actually keep count on. Actually, a lot of them are my friends now, in a weird way. Who would have thought that bullying is a good friend-gathering technique? Either way.
Look at Ryder.
Oh, he's a bully? Good to know.
No, he gets bullied. Also, what is with you and keeping notes on him?
Wouldn't anyone want to keep track of the wisdoms of the Warrior of Light?
I can literally feel the negative intent coming off of you.
What harm could I possibly give?
Once again, not my... Do you want me to answer that? You want, right now, I'll leave it. Not my problem until it is. But back to the previous question.
In regards to actually causing trouble, no. In regards to getting rid of Void Scent, yes. Do I have to do that in a permanent fashion? No. They're gone from this plane. We don't need to have our Void Scent eat them.
Until they're summoned back.
You do realize how... I guess you really wouldn't. If someone is able to summon them back, it wouldn't be the same Void Scent. No one can call a very particular one unless they're a Reaper. Unless they're bound somehow.
Sure. Sure. I will not lie. I don't know too much about void scent. I know something about summoning, but the void scent, that is not my forte. Although it is quite obvious that you are knowledgeable, seemingly more so than the other Reapers.
You see, that kind of bothers me too, but that's for a different time. Point being, no one here really actually understands how void scent work. It's abundantly clear, even on the battlefield.
Then can you explain it?
Sure.
I am willing to learn. I would like to know, especially with what we're getting into. And you have connection. Especially with your friend.
She
Can I get a status report on Ryder?
Is it Mitty? Minnie?
Mitty is right.
Ryder is good
Mitty,
and is
okay.
here.
I
He is
was
still
not sure,
eating.
that's why I didn't say
Still in
anything.
the tavern.
I'm terrible with names.
Update, still eating his cheesy
That's
bacon.
acceptable.
Update, eating his
At least
cheesy
it's better than
bacon.
people calling them it, thing, monster, creature,
Well,
void scent.
Void scent, from my understanding, and what I've
Reporting
gathered
his stomach
from
is fine. He does not have an
and
egg.
Forcing him to tell me stories. About
Sorry,
everything
update,
going
his
through the world
6th
about all of them.
cheesy bacon.
What?
Update, it is his 6th one.
I'm gonna have to turn that link show off, sorry.
Yeah, you do that.
Okay.
Actually, we will.
They're filling it with nonsense
walk
about
and
cheesy
talk.
bacons for some reason.
Yeah, well, let's walk and talk.
You know there's someone up there, right?
Yeah, but then I could just sit them down.
I suppose.
Now then, from my understanding, they come from the Void, which was once called the 13th, correct?
Probably.
I heard about that with, well, Ryder and his little journey into the first. So, other world that's now the Void, darkness. From my understanding, and, well, from once again what I've been informed, they were people, correct? Much like you or I.
I think it's a little bit shallow-minded to say that they aren't people anymore. They have allegiances, they've got
I'm getting
titles, royalty. Likes,
is, I wouldn't
dislikes,
know.
feelings. You know that they talk, right? Most
Yes, I
of
found
them
that
talk.
out fairly recently. Actually, once again, I looked into the summoning aspect, not the culture.
Well, it's usually only the
I knew
Arcanists that
different.
actually know anything about this anyway, but they're not exactly known for their ethical practices.
They believe me, I know. But on this note, so something happened, something with Asians. Shit went wrong. Void, darkness.
I actually don't really know much about this Asian junk. I only know from what Mitty told me.
That I can probably explain a bit, but
Oh
I'll
hey!
get there.
It's the aforementioned guy that I fought with. How you doing?
Hello. I'm doing a lot better, truthfully.
Good.
Minus the cough, but
Yeah, I heard that earlier. I thought you were gonna blow the fucking house down.
Level ground.
something I can't unfortunately control right now. It's like, you know how you get
Okay.
sick and then you feel better, but that cough doesn't go away? Yeah, it's
Uh-huh.
that situation.
Maybe you should harness that power.
Horrible.
Imagine the things that you could just knock over and stun.
Yeah, can't wait to get people sick. That's a joke.
Anyway, so void, darkness, and if it's anything like what I heard about in the first, their souls were submerged in darkness. Basically, their entire alignment non-alignment, balance of aether went to shit. Is that why they look the way they do?
It's at the very least what Minnie thinks.
Mm.
It's not like Minnie's a scientist or anything, but she definitely has enough knowledge and, how would I say, sapience, for me to know without definitive, rather without a shadow of a doubt that they're definitely people. Which is why I don't feel gung-ho about just killing them.
Can you
Not in a
explain
permanent
the... Can you explain the difference in levels of sapience?
Well, there's two ways that this can happen. One, they eat too much, rather have too many souls, and they just can't keep track of them all, and then eventually, once they're popped, they separate into the individual void scent that made up them in the first place. Void scent can absorb each other, in case you didn't know. It's why they really hate dying near other void scent. They specifically try to die somewhere that no one else is around.
Mm-hmm. And the second?
Thinking. I usually think up here.
When they're too starved.
Either here, down there, or somewhere over there.
So, overindulgence and lack thereof.
It's not even necessarily overindulgence. There are void scent that have countless other void scent souls within them, but it's a matter of willpower. Whether or not you can manage the noise. It's another reason why I don't really want Mitty eating other void scent, because I don't really want to lose her in such a dumb way.
So too many souls and they skizz out.
Probably not the right word for it, but they kind of just lose control. They can't filter the needs and the wants anymore. There's way too many people. But again, if they're slain, then they all separate again. At least, in a traditional way, if you don't, you know, absorb them.
So that's why you're against it. Well, at least one of the reasons. But...
That's good.
As you
I really don't want to pry into your backstory here, but... You don't have to answer. But I am assuming that Mitty... You said before that they saved you. Would it be from that group I've heard you talking about?
Pretty much. She helped me slay about half of the people. And then we just focused on
Can I
getting...
ask why?
Why she helped me?
Yes.
She wanted revenge. They killed her prior holder, a Garlean. That's how I was able to get her soul stone.
And that makes sense. So with that being the case, what are your theories on why the Void Scent are attacking like this? They have shown intelligence, the capacity to speak.
The same reason why anyone does anything. They're hungry.
Yeah, speaking of which, I want to learn more about
But when they first got here, or at least before, they ignored people and went into the tower to grab something. They did not consume.
That isn't normal Void Scent behavior. That's what I've been saying to...
That's what I'm saying, what your theory on the matter is. From what I understood, they consumed aether, but they completely avoided that. If they have so much sentience... Sorry, go on.
No, it's fine. They wouldn't charge into an occupied place like this either. They aren't stupid. They go for easy prey. They can tell who's strong and who's not just by looking at them. So a place that has the damned Warrior of Light in it, they wouldn't be anywhere fucking close to here. Even if they were starving. So very likely...
Not where my concern stands.
They are under some kind of control, or, and I doubt this, they feel passionate enough that the risk is worth it. Like I said before, they've had queens, royalty, leaders that they look up to.
I've seen conflict before. Based off of lying.
I should
Yeah, I
also
guess I could
inform
see
you, in case you're wondering.
It's
Earlier you
usually
said that if you resummoned a void scent, it wouldn't be the same one.
It's not
That's
likely,
not
in my opinion.
exactly.
side of the story.
But if you have their soul resonance,
News broke to the whole city that so many people in the city they didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to believe it at first either, but
The void scent isn't the problem.
it made too much sense. Especially when they
Even if hypothetically they bring
It's the
back the
summoner.
same.
that's true.
If they can't bring back the same void scent, they can just grab another.
I've heard.
It's not
and
really
I've heard
that hard,
stories
at
about-
least I imagine, to just try
I've
and
heard
pull
stories
one
about
out.
Wishguard when I was
If you've already got the
traveling.
means, I
Hmm.
mean.
Never had the opportunity to come here. One of my friends did, but he doesn't really want to talk about what happened.
So permanently getting rid of him doesn't really do anything but make you a cold-blooded murderer. And as you astutely pointed out before, I'm not really too keen on becoming that. Not very bloodthirsty.
I don't think the other Reapers are aware of the information that you have.
Considering they didn't even ask their void scent their names, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, one of my buddies
How certain, actually, I don't know much about Reapers in general. How sentient do the void scent need to be to create that connection?
Every single one is sentient. It's just a matter of whether or not they're either too hungry or if they got too many souls. In order to
Okay,
become
how
a Reaper.
sapient do they have to be?
Yes, all of them are sapient.
No, I mean, how aware
Okay.
do they need to be?
Pretty aware, because they need to accept an agreement and be able to be attunable to the particular Reaper. The reason why Mitty was able to connect with me was because we had a mutual goal.
Hey, you have my respect.
What? I haven't done anything.
I don't.
You've done a lot more than you think.
I don't know much about Evelyn and Ren
You stood up for
or Zai when it comes to their
honestly,
void scent.
you didn't have to. But you
But they're like people, as you have said.
They are.
And they're also pretty I'm trying to
I know I
bridge
made
here.
a bit of a stick of the mud, but when it comes to a job,
But as you might know, there's a lot of shitty people in this world. A lot of people that do things for self-gain.
Sure.
Especially, well, they're working with those who are usually hostile to them and would probably kill them if they did not have that kind of contract.
many good
And I
traits.
cannot say how they stand with their void scent, but perhaps talking with the Reapers and
Just going through.
informing them.
I started that process already.
Mm.
The best way to teach them is to more or less have them see it through their void scent themselves. I can extrapolate and,
Got too loud at the tavern.
what's the term? Narrate? Forget the term for it. I can lore dump on them, but it's not really gonna mean much unless they actually see it themselves. I can't make them look at their void scent and not see a monster. Just so too, I can't convince their void scent that their keepers won't. Any number of things. Void scent actually call the Reaper contract slavery.
Was up here servicing this big thing.
Oh, I wonder why.
All of the Auras that were here.
Of a lack of foundation on either end, no wonder it turns to that. Lack of trust or understanding, without truly having the ability to build a bridge with each other, that would be the result. The best way to fix it would to begin to build a foundation. Yes, they would have to see it from their own eyes. At least having that knowledge would help.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not disagreeing with you here.
He's the one who started it.
I just know that
I'm
it's
just giving him what he deserves.
the direct approach doesn't always work.
Forerunner of this decision.
But for some it might.
For some it might.
I've had 3 horrible ideas that are coming
I've already spotted at least a couple that might work that way.
Mm.
One thing I've heard, Babu, just like the Warrior of Light, calling him Ryder Jr.
Yeah. Okay.
That was my idea.
Then I'll leave that to you and however you see fit, as once again, not my place, especially since I have a severe lack of information in that department. Regardless,
want to
I would
know
like
more.
your...
You can ask her yourself,
yes.
you know.
Yes, I would.
One thing I'm really
If I had the
good at is
ability
being
to, yes.
distractions if I just look by.
You can hear everything I can.
Can you respond for them?
Yeah.
Or are you going to summon them?
I can
I didn't see a
do
mouth.
either. Oh, no, she has a mouth.
I did not see it.
Appreciate it.
I just saw an eye.
Oh, no, that's her chest.
That's... Oh gosh, the ladder. What have you...
You know, normally people would say that my eyes are up here, but in the case for her...
The ladder has tried to steal my...
It's okay down there.
Okay, hold on.
I'm not quite sure what those things are.
You can get a better look this way.
They have thoroughly scared me. So I'm here now.
Heal.
Ladder senpai, no, don't do that.
Oh.
She has a
It
mouth.
looks a lot like fruits.
A bit.
Excellent.
She can only be here for a little bit, though.
Honestly, I just want things back to me.
I can see that. Oh, I see it. Wow, they have feminine lips.
She has a
They
lot
don't
of
look good with
feminine things.
lipstick.
It's almost like she's a woman. If you could believe it.
Is that what they identify as?
Yes, I asked.
Fair enough. I'm not going to assume.
At the very least, you're not calling them an it.
I'll try my best not to.
Good. I'll probably kick you if you do.
I would prefer you didn't. Those look like they hurt.
That's the point. That's why there's 5
Okay.
points.
Yeah, don't even your poor leg. Oh, it's back. Anyway. I see. Well, I'd love to have more information on that. Even though it's not my area of expertise, I'm always willing to learn. And all over the situation. I'm happier to know that
Just say you know a guy who knows how to make good cheesy bacon. I'm pretty sure they'll be sold immediately.
they can have compassion. Empathy.
That's gonna work.
It's...
It depends
They can.
Which
But it's
avatar
really hard for someone to even begin that path. If no one even opens the door for them in the first place.
Perhaps we would be more open if they didn't come storming and swinging, because we can't exactly be like, hi there, friend.
I know. I tried. But they didn't even talk back, which makes me think that they probably are controlled.
It all leads back to the summoner, the real big issue. And, well, the bodies. The main practice is... why the fuck am I explaining to you? You already know. You already know the main practice. My concern is where these gates were, there was no sign of bodies or totems or whatever being brought there for them to inhabit.
Yeah.
They seemingly appeared out of nowhere.
I think I'm gonna head back to the Foundation.
And they're all
That's-
quite unique and strong.
Do some research.
Actually, another problem. If they were just given a body, I would be a lot more willing to swing my scythe around. Because then they just go back over to the 13th. No problem, no harm, no foul. But if they die here, doesn't really matter if a Reaper is involved or not. They're gone. So don't worry, you've already been killing them.
Well, there's no point feeling like overrun by guilt or shame at the current moment when it was really a matter of survival. And I feel that is what it will continue to be. We can't talk them out of it. We can't exactly... Well, we could try to trap them, but I promise that probably won't go too well.
I'm
At
not
all.
an idiot.
That might even be worse.
What are you guys talking about?
Reaper stuff.
Oh.
He walks back in. So,
Fencing.
and plus, if we're looking at it, those were rather unique. From what I know of, there's usually lesser ones. Gremlins, gargoyles. But those things are different. And rather powerful.
When a void scent
Since we're
absorbs
taking on
a
like
lot
20
of
adventurers.
the ether or other souls, they kind of evolve. And what they turn
Oh,
into
technically
varies
a
upon what
hierarchy.
they actually eat.
3 of the knights, and one that seemed even more intelligent. The tentacle one from the, last week. That was the one that broke
that
in
one.
here. The one that completely
That one.
ignored everyone. Don't interrupt me. The one that completely ignored everyone and was almost commanding the knights.
It's...
The amount of aether it would take to summon them, never mind all of them very close together.
There's a non-zero chance that they could just be here of their own volition. Void Sun can open their own void gates, after all, if they have the right means.
But
it really depends on what kind of things they have access to. There's some really crazy relic shit that's have done similar things. Something about a void arc. But anyway, what is it?
Oh yeah. I don't want to go through that.
What was it? Fuck. I was on a particular... Right. If they are not controlled, hypothetically, they could be just following orders from a particularly powerful void scent for something that they either believe in or were scared into following. But I don't think it's that. It's a non-zero for a reason. I do think they're just being controlled, because why else would they go for your notes? Unless it was like a fear of survival sort of thing.
And also, we'll get on to how they even knew about those. That's side topic for the moment. But week after week of the nights, and then I'm just going to continue to call them the white tentacle one for right now. We'll come up with a name at some point. But the amount of aether to, bring voids of such great strength, or as you put it, give them enough aether to give them such strength, it's tremendous. And that's where my concern lies. There is no crystals. I've looked. Believe me, I've looked to see if there was any crystals. There is none. No bodies of people?
Yeah.
No footprints? Nothing.
There's a lot of ways that you can store ether. Hypothetically speaking, there could be something in the 13th that actually has that power. Or there's someone just hoarding it somewhere. For all we know, maybe it's a dragon. I don't fucking know.
Doubtful.
Yeah,
I would hope.
Yes.
Because if that was the case, we'd be actually in some pretty deep shit. But I digress.
Get a Syrian. No.
I'm gonna be the Estinian of Void Set, I swear to God!
Just thought you should know. We found out that Ryder can't handle gobby cheese.
What?
Oh god.
It's a special kind of cheese made by gobbies. The goblins.
What's special
Watch
about
your
it?
step when trying to enter the tavern. It smells like the backside of a goobo's ass crack.
Oh, it's a stinky cheese,
great,
so
thank
he's
you.
got sensitive nostrils. God.
Wonderful.
Anyways, apologies for the interruption.
Alice? back on track. So there's a... I'm thinking it's a summoner. It could simply be 113th, but then again, if that's the case, how do they know about the notes?
So it's either that it's you or it's a spy.
Not me.
That's exactly what you would say if it was you.
There is no way to make you not think it's me at the current moment, so let's
No,
just hop on to the
you
whole
are
spy
unfortunately the most likely suspect.
Fuck.
Currently.
No.
Try and fix that.
That's why I want to know about who knew about the notes, and you kept track of that. Of who at least listened in.
So you see, this is where it's sort of a problem, because if I tell you and you're the highest suspect right now, that means that you have a perfect little kill list of who to get rid of.
Ow. You know what? I can follow that reasoning fair fucking enough.
God.
So then, how to go about this? Because my notes are fucked. So, well then again, they still don't have the cipher, and I do have all of the notes memorized. So, luckily nothing too much has been lost. Except my diagrams. Damn it. But it's still a matter of how do they find out? Because I don't see a reason why I would have had my own notes stolen.
To throw us off the trail. But outside of that... plausible deniability. The big reveal at the end. It was me all along! Anyway, outside of that... having what they might think is a better means to control Void Scent... that at least would be the how, or possibly trying to remove someone on their territory so that they could possibly prevent the means of other people learning how to stop what they're doing. Because hypothetically, they might have already figured it out, but if they found out that someone else knew by some other means, multiple scientists can come to the same conclusion with the same pathways. It's just a matter of who publishes it first. They could have thought that what information that you had would have been threatening to their grand schemes.
The thing is, my paper wasn't really about Void Scent, which is what we're dealing with. Mine was all about summoning. When it comes to primals, Void Scent did not matter, because when summoning Void Scent is summoning. Summoning primals isn't summoning. It is creation. But I could go on an entire spiel about that.
Yeah, you did, and
that
then Ryder
and
walked
gateways. Well, technically I didn't really go into depth. Yeah, you don't care. Regardless, that summoning, the difference between it, etherical constructs, gateways, that kind of things. Not much to do with Void Scent.
Would you say that primals are particularly aether heavy?
Yes. Very much so.
Do you think it's possible for a Void Scent to make a primal?
Oh, here we go. Alright, so... they would need the spell, first and foremost. Because it is a spell. And... well, spell... the aether. Yes, technically, yes, they could. It would take a whole lot of... No, absolutely, yes. Yes, they could. If they have the
another
spell
way.
And the aether.
Summon a primal, eat the
But it
primal.
wouldn't be particularly balanced. No, it doesn't need to be balanced, as we've seen before. Like, for example, Euphrit fire doesn't need that. Get it from crystals. Well, usually it's not starting out with the alignment. They gather that alignment from the area. Can you summon a primal starting off with aether of a certain alignment in that alignment alone.
Voidsent don't really care what kind of element of aether you have. Aether is aether.
That's the thing. Does aether exist in the 13th? Like, I know there's stock, but like they're so hungry.
Not really. The Mitty was particularly enamored with this world because there's aether in everything, is what she said. Even in your stupid mittens. She had a weird fixation on them, but that's...
Mitty?
Yep. I named my Voidsent after Mittens.
Okay, wonderful. Good to know. That sounds like a little kitty's name, you know?
Exactly!
You are a unique individual. How old were you when you named...
Oh, I was plenty old. I did it to piss her off at first, but she grew on it.
Wow. Good to know.
Oh my god.
Voidsent lore. Regardless. It's not... So I wouldn't be able to in the 13th, because when it comes down to it, when you're summoning Primal, yes, you need aether. But it takes the belief and prayer using the spell when it comes to those who are casting it and with enough of it. And the aether comes together to basically creation magic, if you will. They are creating a entity. It has no soul. And it usually adopts the element or attribute of the surrounding area plus, well, their belief. I could go on about this.
Primals don't have souls.
No.
Well, damn, if a Voidsent isn't doing this, they probably fucking should get started on it, because that means they can eat a Primal with no consequence. Because the whole problem of having a soul means that they lose their own self in the process, possibly.
Well, no one ever lets me talk about Primal. Because everyone's like, yes, they don't have souls. They are etherical constructs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see why Voidsent would be fucking crazy about that.
Specifically, it is an etherical construct that was taught to the Beastmen a long time ago by Asians. I'll probably have to explain what an Asian and all that.
I know that it was a race from a long time ago that Ryder killed every single one of them. They made the world or something.
They were adept at creation magic.
Mm-hmm.
I could pop off about that, but I'm not going to. Regardless, all you need to know is they taught the Beastmen, Beast tribes, whatever, about, well, how to summon. Because if they were desperate enough, their desperation, plus aether, plus their, mindset, what be it, created the construct. But part of the spell was the sunder. Sundering? No, it is, what's it? Sundered? No. What's the word? Fuck, what is it?
Shard?
It's not enthralling. What is it?
Tempered?
Enthrall? No, it's not enthrall. Tempered, that's it. That was part of the spell. It didn't have to be, but it was a part of it to give conflict. Because that's what they were all about. Causing conflict, great calamity here, great calamity on the shard. Bang. Rejoining. It's an entire thing. Regardless.
And a void
at the end of the day.
Tempered?
Okay, so how tempering works is A, they have to have a soul, which they do. But B, it is creating an abundance of that aspect. So say, those who are tempered by, say, Titan, their souls have an abundance of ether that's attributed to Earth, more than the rest. They are off balance. So, I don't know what would happen, because aren't the souls of Voidsent heavily attributed to Doc?
That would be the case, yeah.
So, against someone like Ifrit, if they attempted to do that, I don't know which one would win. The dark, the fire, what about the rest? Do they need to be bounced? Would it just kill them? Would they be tempered? Would they be resistant? What if it was light? I'm not allowed to test this. I'm not allowed to test this. Not allowed. Don't do it.
I'll keep watching you.
Yeah. I'm a scholar, and I'm doing my best to stick to my morals. But my curiosity drives me, but I can't do it. Don't fucking do it. Regardless.
Don't worry, I'm here for a reason.
Yeah. So I can't really say, but yes, they would be tempered, or they would die, or nothing would happen. If it was light, death or maybe, I mean, light and darkness, astral and umbral.
Mwah.
Because that's what they are, astral, umbral. Perhaps if it was equilibrium, it could balance each other out. But then again, what about the rest of the Aether? If they still have Aether?
They do,
I have a lot of
but...
questions. I can't really say.
Well, Voidsent
What
do
about the
have
souls?
Aether a bit.
If there's multiple souls.
That's true.
How would that work? Okay, yeah. If they have one soul, perhaps. If they have many souls, I don't know. Death? Splitting? I can't really be sure.
Yeah.
Not something we should really test at the moment, but you know, the opportunity does pop up, and let me know.
Watching you. The only reason why I bring it up is because I'm trying to figure out what motive they might actually have. Because if we can anticipate it, that means that we can prepare better, or possibly prevent it. Although I've got a very strong suspicion that we are going to have to be reactive, rather than preventative.
That seems to be the case, since they can only spawn everywhere. One of them spawned literally on the top of the tower. Speaking of, one appeared on the top of the tower while you're up there. There was no one there. There was no body, there was no nothing, there's just... There it is.
Well, one
It's
could
there
turn
now.
invisible, so... And then it just disappeared
It
and then we
was
didn't
no.
see it again.
It was the night.
I know.
Nice.
What I'm saying is, we might not have seen the full magical aptitude of the caster Voidsent. They could have.
So we'll do tests if they do appear again. I would like to find out, but... Sorry, focusing, we're focusing. God, I love my research. Regardless.
Well, your hyperfixation happens to match mine right now.
I don't get to talk about it. Regardless, focusing. Not primals. Voidsent. Summoner. Yes, summoner. Okay. So, that is what we need to focus on. The reason of why. Originally, I thought it was just abundance of Aether. And so, well, they would do things for Aether, obviously. That helps them regain clear thought.
That's only if they're, like, really,
Clear?
really down on their luck. But, and to be clear, that 80% of Voidsent are clear in the head.
Mm-hmm.
And the ones that aren't there will either get themselves killed and then split off and then they join the rest of the 80%. Or they somehow manage to survive for baffling reasons. Shoot, I was gonna say something. What was it?
Aether, clear thoughts. Reason why summoning is Aether.
Fuck.
You're getting there. So the reason why summoning I originally thought was because of the abundance of Aether, but not specifically
Oh,
here.
right.
Perhaps from the summoner.
No, it's just
they have to
because
offer
they're
something. There we
always
go.
hungry. They're always hungry. And
Well, they
Voidsent,
are
if they're
ether-starved.
friends, with each other. They can actually just trade ether with each other, and that's fulfills the hunger for the most part.
Oh, fair enough.
Not many learn how to do that because, well, they're really hungry and they're really worried that someone might actually absorb them.
Gluttonous.
It's not even just gluttony, it's fear.
The fear of dying, I think, or whatever, without.
Well,
I
I mean,
think,
starvation
but...
is a
even when
bitch,
they're absorbed,
so-
they don't
Yeah.
die. They still persist within the void sun. But it's like being trapped.
So, there has to be some kind of motive, as you said. Like I was saying, originally I thought it was Aether, but that's not quite the case. Perhaps it is more than that, but what is to be gained?
The Void Ark let me talk about these things. I'm so happy.
Okay, that's a troubling thought.
Mwah.
Hmm. So part of my research, my notes, mentions gateways. Permanent gateways.
I see.
Probably to find a good solidification of permanently open the gate. Permanently.
I mean, it wasn't necessarily to the 13th, but it's supposed to be a permanent. Okay.
Permanent gate.
Not to the 13th was not the original intent.
Yeah, but it could be.
Would that be appealing?
To be able to free them from their own suffering? Yeah. Most of the time when Void Sen come over here, they kind of just die. Because someone eventually finds them, and then they're gone forever because they're actually on the source.
Okay. We can speculate all we want. But, for the moment, what actions can be taken?
What
I don't know
actions
who to look into, because you won't tell me.
I wouldn't even let them know that I'm looking into them.
Yeah. There's no one I can think of at the current moment that has any reason to do something like this.
No. Not from the outset. An even bigger question is who would even be capable. Or who could be blackmailed by someone who is actually capable.
I don't know. But I do remembering them being able to speak and saying, not saying you particularly, like your name, but it said she, so.
Yes, we know they're after me. We're talking about who knew about the notes.
Yeah.
Because the assumption is that there's a spy. Once again, it is not fucking me.
Prove it to me.
You. How? How? How?
Find the real one.
I would if I could. That's what I'm trying to do.
This is just a theory, but I'm remembering it's just a theory, but through my trials, remembering a Reaper who tried to make a path to Void Sen, but failed and got possessed, and the body completely could
Well,
take over.
They would still have made the pact.
Wouldn't you be able to tell?
But that's... Well, theoretically, we might not be able to. Because they would still have the soul of the person inside, right? Because even when a void scent eats someone, they still keep the soul. So, hypothetically, a Reaper could be masquerading as a void scent, and we might not
What
be
if they
any
have
the
two
wiser.
souls? In their
You
body?
mean... Well... Void scent, when they do that, like, cloak donning thing with Reapers,
Mm-hmm.
you're more or less letting them hold your soul in their jaws. So it's basically already happening.
I mean, there's... If the person is being possessed by a void scent, would they have two souls in their body?
Thuraki, possibly, maybe?
They might have more than two in that case, but
I
it's
do know. I do
basically
know someone that has two souls in their body.
Oh.
Yeah.
What I was trying to
That's
say
what
is that it might be impossible to tell even then because of just the way that it works. But still would be good to look into that.
Yeah, my student.
Oh.
Zilla.
She did have access to the notes.
And they did want to summon the... They were talking about making a pact with a void scent to try to summon one. They were
Well,
interested
that's
in the
because I
Cloud
got
of
her
Darkness.
excited about how awesome Mitty
I mean,
is.
before that.
Oh,
Before you
before
arrived.
then.
They were
Oh,
interested
okay.
in the Cloud of Darkness.
Oh. Be good to look into.
Yeah, preferably. Well, I don't think it's, I can't rule that out, either.
You can't also rule out stupidity.
That's also one that I'm taking into account.
They could be
You see the people I work
blackmailed,
with.
they could be simply being tricked by some other third party. Honestly, it's why I'm particularly focused on Bao. He wasn't technically in the room, but you do talk to him a lot.
Who?
The other Lalafell?
Oh, Barbaba.
Whatever his
I
name
don't
is.
think so.
I don't
I don't
think
think he
so
could
either, but like, generally speaking, someone who has that much amnesia, there has to be a reason for it. It can't just be a joke, surely.
I don't know.
If someone was able to voluntarily make themselves have amnesia, it would be the best cover possible.
Thing is, I know way too much about them. I've literally grown up with them.
So, in your opinion,
Plus,
do you
I
think
keep
that
in
he
contact
is
with
someone...
his parents.
In your opinion, do you think that he's someone who could be tricked into doing something like that?
Tricked? Yes. The thing is, I am fully competent he would find some way to fuck it up, though. He would not get this far.
That's fair. Technically speaking, all he would really... The only thing that the person in the camp needs to do is pass on information. And it could just be in a completely nonchalant way. They might not even realize that they're doing anything. They're just talking about a nice situation that they had back at their Friends Adventures Guild.
The issue is I can't keep track of the passing of information when people leave. And nor can I keep them here.
You can't even keep track of
I
it
do
even
keep
what's
an eye
going on
on...
here.
Oh, I do.
So you're aware of what everyone's talking about
Well
while
enough.
you're sitting here talking to me?
Oh, no. But I will know later.
Are you sure?
Yes. I have multiple people running around.
Oh, you got your own little information network. Assuming they tell you the truth.
Of course I do.
Anyway.
I own them, so yeah. Not like
Alright.
slavery. Like.
Are you
corporate
sure?
slaves.
And another one on the suspicious mark.
Oh my god.
You know, if I was really playing this up, you would not know it would be me.
I don't know.
want to
Everyone
clarify.
who thinks that they're stealthy usually are the worst at hiding it.
A, I could have just gone rid of the notes in the first place. B, I didn't have to reveal it was actually me, as I could have either A, changed my handwriting, or B, used my other hand. Because I can do that, I'm a fucking merchant. And C, I wouldn't possibly be giving you all this information freely.
Well, you're only giving information to possibly put me off of your trail. Second, a lot of people can think of ways that they could have done their original plan better in hindsight so that they can use it as an alibi for, well, it couldn't be me because I just do this. I've seen it happen all the time.
Ah, for most cases. But there are so many better ways I could go about this, and actions I could take. I'm not going to speak them just in case they do happen, because that would be really fucking bad on my end.
It would be very bad, yeah.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness,
thanks.
Don't worry so much about my suspicion of you. Just worry about who the actual culprit is.
And that goes right back to, okay, what do we do? I cannot control the flow of information here. I do my best to have somewhat of a semblance and keep an eye on what's going on here, but people leave. And they fuck off and they drink and then they start talking. And I cannot keep an eye on like 30 plus people.
Nope. Especially because a lot of them are kind of idiots. Full of
The
fence.
most I can do is keep them occupied. Which, speaking of...
Anyway,
I
so...
have all your attention. Please make your way up the observatory tower. I have a quest available for any who wish to partake. That has to do with the sensors. That is all.
Oh, wow.
Let's keep them occupied.
Sure. Also, I would suggest doing background checks on everyone.
Oh, I have.
No, I mean, again. You should probably look into people who
I
can
can.
actually... Not only people who are capable of doing something like this, but people who have connections to people who can do something like this. You're probably gonna have to deep dive at this point.
I have. At least the most noteworthy ones. For the new individuals, well, I have a list of people I'm going to have to send out to... Why do you think I'm always doing paperwork? I have a lot of letters to write and read.
Either way.
Yeah.
But some people don't really have tracks to follow that easily. Like people who don't have a home, who are homeless, or come
Hire a
from
cleaner.
being kidnapped and then running around
It's simple.
off the grid.
Hire a gleaner, follow them on their way home.
They don't have homes.
If they don't, then they have to go
Do you
somewhere.
know how many of you all are homeless?
Yep.
You just fuck
Seriously,
off the
though.
taverns.
It's fine. It's still good to actually know. For all you know, they will
I will
say that they are and then go somewhere else entirely.
I have people keeping an eye on it, but I can't... Some people are actually perceptive and do notice.
That's why I'm saying get a gleaner.
Some are perceptive, some have instincts honed over long periods of time.
Sure. Again, gleaner.
We'll talk more on the subject later.
I heard sensors.
Yes.
Is there any chance we could get some chairs imported from Baja?
There's your chair right there.
Want one for
There's your
size?
chair right
I would
there.
also like chairs my size. I would appreciate
I don't think that chair's gonna fit him.
Every chair is
My favorite spot.
Have some fucking cushions just around the place, please.
That's perfectly fine. I love that.
I would also love that. Everything here is Ellison size.
Actually, you think that, but if you look at the size of actual Ellison for here,
What's
they're
the size
smaller.
of?
They're actually smaller than Ellison.
It's here children-sized, actually.
So, here?
It's about here Makote to Aura.
Oh wait, no, you're right. It is
Okay,
Mikote
so-
sized.
So, fuck the rock
Yeah, we can
club,
test this.
Ellison, the
What did I come into? See, it's
Yep,
about
this is
Makote.
moose-sized.
It's about average
I
here
will admit, I'm
Makote,
quite curious.
and Aura.
I believe this is.
Anything else
Talking
seats are too
about
small or too
chairs.
big.
Oh my god.
Lack of Rockgar-based ones.
Okay.
Sort of assumed that most things would not be made for
Any
my
word
kind.
from Kane?
He's here in Aorta.
He went back to
no.
Foundation.
Okay,
when
went
He
home.
wasn't feeling well.
No, actually, there's a lot of Rothgar all
I
over.
can relay anything if need be.
Well, now,
Hmm.
I suppose.
Oh, it's been that way for a little bit.
Just everyone. Be sure.
Yes, this is everyone, I think. Kind of a light day. I think everybody's recovering from the last week.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Alright. So, from what I was informed of, last week before issues arise, you all didn't manage to talk to the Astrologians. I heard that was a bit of a rough time. Not the most cooperative. Yeah. But
Fuck that guy, by the way. Hey.
I agree.
Sandwich. My god.
You
did
can't find a
manage
place
to,
that is comfortable.
accomplish the objective, although they didn't have anything. There was a lack thereof of information, as they did not have enough data. And with that being the case, we are going to continue on with the plan in planting the sensors and spreading out. So I have a list here of the second wave. Over time, I think there will be like 3 or 4 waves when it comes to it. As look, we're just barely leaving the continent at this point, but we need to make sure we have sensors pretty much everywhere. So, let me pull up my list. Unless there's any questions or concerns before I start listing. No? We're good? Alright, then your objective is over the course of the week, please go and plant these sensors. We're going to give the Astrologians a bit more time to go over this, so we might do another wave before we have you all go reconvene with them to see if there has been any update. Or hell, if they do manage to get an update, maybe they would actually be competent for once and send it down here instead of making us go all the way up there. But you know, it's Astrologians. Regardless.
I could have Nero talk to him.
You know what? That would be funny. that would be hilarious.
See if he's up for it.
Alright. So, next area. Atlas. We would like
Present.
you to go to the Siren Song, the Lighthouse.
Very well.
Have fun. I don't know what the
Fitting.
weather's like, but it's usually shit. So, keep that in mind. Niche. I would like you go to the Azaslaw Delta Quadrant.
Okay.
Specifically the aqueducts. If you go to Ishgard, I have Dai up there preparing an airship. He will be also going to Azaslaw, although he will be going to the Beta Quadrant. If you haven't been there before, this is pretty shit.
How funny, we're just talking about that.
Nodes.
Yeah, we were.
We were just talking about.
I don't want to go on an airship.
Fucking
Fuck.
modes.
Nib. Whirl it. Whirl it. Have you been there?
Mm-hmm.
Right. There.
Oh. Understood.
Wonderful. Zai? Is that your name?
Yes.
Well, wonderful. You'll be going to the Dravania Forelands, specifically the 100 Throws. Do you know where that is?
That was Niche. Niche doesn't like airships.
Great. Happy that you do
They are
know where
not
that is.
used to those.
I fucking don't.
Even boats are uncomfortable, but airships are worse.
I'll bring you a map from Ishgard tomorrow.
Yeah.
Is Soren here? Or did he just not come up?
Probably not.
Nope. Alright, well, if anyone
Aetherites
else
are a
managed
new
to,
concept
see
for Niche,
him,
you have to understand.
Idleshire.
Interesting.
Just in case. You know, a lot of people that I put on the list just have not shown up. Alright, we're skipping that one. We're skipping that one. And skipping that one. Crystal!
Well then.
Yeah.
You'll be going to the Sea of Clouds, specifically the Cromlech.
Okay.
Careful. There's a lot of storms up there at the moment.
Oh, great.
As some people here could probably tell you. Aster.
Yes.
You'll be going to the Fringes. Specifically, somewhere along the Veladina River.
Ladina River. That's in Girabania, is it not?
Correct.
I'll make my way there.
You can get them by making your way through the shroud. Ostri already left. Kane is not here. Zilla is not here. Aki,
Yes.
you'll be going to the peaks. Specifically the Ziggurat.
Alright.
Ina, you'll also be going to the peaks. Specifically... Neon Crypt's Hope. Good luck finding that one.
Peaks.
You'll find out.
Alright then.
Melodia. Valgar's Reach.
Alright.
Ren, you're staying here because if there is a void sent, it is not my problem.
Yep.
Alright, you'll be going to the locks, specifically Sweetwater. So, to get there, it's in a cave. You have to climb over a mountain and do.
Bear in mind,
do enjoy the sandworms.
Viera who are growing up under the green word. Oh no! Literally know fucking nothing about the outside world.
Wait, Ms. Luma.
Yeah? Yes.
What did you say mine was again? You said whirl?
Whirl it.
Well,
More sandworms.
Have fun with that, Ryder.
There's there, you'll be okay.
I can.
We'll mark it.
provide you with
The
a
world's
map of the
fun.
Location.
Thank you.
Hey, Luma, I have a question.
Yes.
Is there some reason, this is just me inquiring here. Is there some reason why you keep sending me after sandworms?
Because you love them.
No! Even in my...
Have you ever been to Turcliffe?
Fuck 'em.
It's in Werle.
I'm drawing blanks right now.
I believe that's where the whole weapons fiasco happened.
Oh. Cool.
Oh.
How do you feel about that? Oh.
God, we gave that place
I
a
was about to
name.
say, I thought you were working on the G Warrior thing.
Yeah, I thought
We never gave it a name. I thought we just called it the battlegrounds.
No,
Got it.
It's a little town there.
Understood.
Oh, hey.
No.
Oh, hi.
Rather
Look who it is.
pleasant by the seaside.
It's a
Oh,
That's right.
You're
Well then, look
The
who
other
it
person
is.
I'm suspicious of.
You do not count.
You're alive.
Hey, do you wanna go go plant a sensor somewhere?
Okay, where to this time, Mama?
Wonderful.
I thought you said mama.
We have no one there at the current moment. What?
I said mama.
I would like you to go to the Churning Mist, specifically Mother of the Sheaf, if you know that little island.
I do.
There. Because people I was going to send there are here. Regardless, I think that for the most part covers everyone. Everyone got one, right? I did not miss one. Not you. You go with someone.
He's coming with me this time.
Wonderful. Enjoy the. Don't worry. Don't worry, Ryder. You get to climb a mountain first, then sandals.
I still don't avoid the fire!
You get to climb the mountain twice. Once there, once back.
It's a very pretty
True.
cave. Very blue. Regardless. That is where we'll be planting them. I'm pretty sure that's most of the areas, and that will be it from this phase. The next one, we'll be spreading out further. I have a couple of islands. Probably have to send someone to Charlemagne at some point. Regardless, any questions, concerns, or anything at the current moment?
Yeah, I have a question.
If it's about sandworms, then shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Now, while people's here, is there any major concerns or anything that needs to be gone over while we have everyone's attention?
How the hell do I get to the peaks, and where do I go? Where is this?
You're
gonna be following Monkey.
No, I'm from here.
To be honest,
I live
Follow
here. I
me.
don't
Oh,
have
yeah.
to travel.
too. Aki
Don't
can always
worry.
bring you.
You
I've
both are
been
going
there.
there, just opposite sides.
Yeah.
Oh, that's helpful.
Just follow me.
Get lost, and you'll find your way.
Just follow me. We'll be fine.
This is a general reminder to the other Reapers out there. I hope you've asked your voice and their names.
Yes.
Oh, what is it?
Prism.
Prism. That's a good name. Mine's is Mitty.
I know I'm
Red.
many midi
What's your
squads.
victim's name, Red?
What's
I
the
haven't
name?
spoke to it in a long time, so I
Oh.
get to speak to you guys.
What do you fucking mean you haven't spoken
Right
to your
now,
voice
right
in a
now.
long time? They're in your fucking head, man!
We don't fully have
It's a no-talk
conversation that often.
Do it right now.
Oh, look
We must know.
Look at that, they're
Can't
dead.
believe you killed me.
Sorry.
He's just,
The fringes,
they're
which
just
my
so
understanding is the region
busy
alongside
focused
the
on eating
wall.
other
Yes?
stuff.
Anywhere specific.
That's
along
all
the
you're
side of the
getting them to
wall. So just
focus
follow
on.
the river, but
Mostly anywhere along that river should work. I would probably go a bit southward if I were you.
I see. I'll start my search by the river and make my way south.
There is a cave near there. I don't remember what it's called. It has something to do with. It's meteor something. Ask around. I'm
Shatoto's
sure you'll
Comet?
find it. Yes.
And you said,
Thank you.
Oh,
and you said where
it's
in
been
the
a
Sea
while
of
since I've
Clouds?
been there.
Sorry? What'd you say?
In the Sea of Clouds where? If I may remember
You are going to the Cromlech. Cromlech? No, Cromlech. That's it.
Gotcha.
You will find it. Good luck. Anyone else not clear about where they're going again?
Actually, I have one more question.
No.
Oh my
Sandworms,
Is it
Ryder.
still about sandworms?
Besides sandworms.
Yeah, Ryder.
His favorite, by the way, in case you're wondering.
His favorite. His absolute favorite.
It's not!
It's his favorite even above cheesy bacon.
Oh,
Really
dang. Oh no, you might want to start running.
Sandworm back and
Yeah,
then
I'm gonna
cheesy
get ready for
bacon
that,
on it.
actually, yeah.
It's gonna
Hey,
take
he
you
sat back
down the
down.
stairs.
In that regard,
I'm ready.
By
Booma,
the
if we
way,
have to spread out further,
You're
have Ryder
right
go to
in
the
front
burn.
of those two. Your weapon
Oh,
is sort of
sorry.
phasing through their
Yeah, we're enjoying it.
What?
It's nice and shiny.
I can't believe
Now that-
Atlas enjoys the penetrate. Never mind.
Huh?
Ryder. I'm right here.
I mean, it's not that bad.
It's in the middle
You
of
know,
That raises
you know,
so many
I
questions
know I have
now.
my preferences, but that you didn't need to say that out loud.
Oh, in the
Do
rain.
not question my friend's preferences.
Do keep your guard up. For the past week or
Got it.
so, there hasn't been any sighting of Woodson whatsoever, which is a bit unsettling after, well, countless
Yeah.
attacks we've had so far. It has been eerily
Mm.
quiet.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely. Yeah. Should take my guard up.
Mm.
You, Rin, you guard Luma with your life. You got that?
I gotcha.
The only reason I haven't summoned any of my familiars is because I don't know what will happen because of... You want no. Regardless, any other questions? Any other concerns? Things that need to be brought up? Literally anything when everyone's attention is here. Any group discussions? Anything.
Can we send Ryder to the burn next?
Do you own wet boots?
I call second on that.
Do you own wet
No,
boots?
I mean,
but
You're probably going to
I was going to tell you. I was going to tell you. I have
I
to
mean, he
take
loves
a
worms.
visit to my family before we leave,
There's a whole colony of worms.
and hopefully I can get one
I'm
there.
going to send to the burn.
Sure.
Oh, okay, I'll leave it to you.
Sarai!
Yes.
That it?
What a reply.
Did you just sniff
That
it?
was so insightful. Yes, Ryder, how can I help you?
Shit.
Oh. What is happening?
Oh, I have
Yes,
a story
I
for
see.
you about earlier.
Oh, joyous days. Well, it seems like there...
There's not really so much time left for that. And also, there's not
I
many
think we're good.
Reapers right
I
now.
think we're good.
I'm gonna do that when there's more Reapers around, not when there's just two. Especially when there's one that wants more time, and they're conveying to me that they want to have more time.
Be set. So that being the case, you are free to go and do as you please.
Cool.
That's
Cool, I'm
basically
gonna
it.
drink.
There isn't much more to talk about at the moment.
I'm gonna drink myself to death. That's what I'm
Ryder,
gonna
I
do.
got a song for you.
You can't. You heal too fast.
Nobody likes me, everybody hates me. Guess I'll just eat worms. Big, fat, juicy ones, long, thin, slimy ones, itsy bitsy, fuzzy, wuzzy worms. You actually like it.
Wow.
It's the only damn thing that I like, cause I gotta deal with fucking.
Different.
Damn it! That was kind of cute of him.
I think I just heard him scream and fall.
He went the wrong way. Did he fall down the whole stairs?
Baby Light has left the tower.
Did he fall? No, he didn't fall. He's fine. Okay.
He's okay.
It would have been really funny to watch him roll to down them all, though.
Got a while, guys. We gotta leave.
Yes, but did he ever leave? Did he go through the gate level?
told that to him. That's yours.
No, not through the gate, but he did leave the tavern to empty his gun.
Okay.
We're not exactly weather ready.
You've got a week
Where is this place? Well, you're going up in the clouds.
before I jump scare you again.
Oh, good.
Yeah, but as Aluma said,
Okay.
there will be a bit of.
You know where I'm at, so.
You have to be careful.
Oh, if you think it's door.
You want to have a Void Scent meetup?
No one's
I've had this
told her
already.
about-
Heading to this time, Atlas.
Oh, I'm going
It's important to socialize
It
them.
was,
Just saying.
Where was it? Siren Song.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Gonna need to
have
prep
fun with
all
that
of them
one.
since you gave the location.
I'd have to see it.
Don't talk to me like I'm your fucking mother, man.
Skyfishing. I'll be trapped in the bar for everybody.
Good, wonderful, thank you.
Me too.
Sky fishing? What's that saying?
Good job on the prism name, though.
Yes, I have actually talked to. Yes. Apparently, her actual name can't be pronounced in the Aeolian tongue, so we have opted for Prism.
Oh.
Why do you need to know?
Was that something that they remembered from before, or?
Why can you not say their name?
Apparently.
I think they're messing with you.
Lighthouse even got there, to be honest.
They don't want you to say their
I'm
name.
fairly certain she's messing with me.
Nickname.
What was the? I mean, it's been so long. I haven't really seen him in ages. We're just hoping that this one doesn't come in contact with the whale. What the hell?
Well, if you can summon them, I do want to introduce my Void Scent to other Void Scents. It's really good for them to socialize.
I guess I
You
just
shouldn't have
sometimes
any
call
issues
them
with
right. But
If she feels like it.
That's fair.
It's actually kind of nice.
I sometimes
Yeah.
It's good for them,
call
though.
them either Rena or Raven.
Never know.
But
Maybe
just
they'll
on the
like
spot.
it.
Giving you any trouble anymore? And if they
Hey.
do,
The nicknames
Hey.
constantly changing.
Hi.
The nickname for the Void Scent is Rena or Raven.
Oh, okay.
It changes constantly, so.
Oh, so they don't.
primarily
Meaning
attached to
you
the
change it or
outer
they
islands,
change
not
it?
the main islands, but then that was before he
It's
got
how
put
I
in jail,
feel,
so.
Oh gosh,
Okay.
man. Give them a full name. Just choose.
I mean, if they do
At this point,
summon
just
one-
choose.
Just call us.
Well,
Call them
they don't
self.
want me called
No.
the.
Besides, I'm gonna be in the
like,
training
no-
miss. I'll be short
I
distance
know
away.
their actual
I can
name.
take
You
care of that
prefer
pretty
not
quickly.
to
Alright.
say their real name.
Why not?
Yeah, I'm going to Siren Song.
I'm going to head down.
I
Let
prefer
me
not
know.
to.
Saberheart.
I respect their wishes.
Oh,
Sarah.
they
So-
prefer not to. I thought you said
Katsuri.
I bet you it's
I
something
prefer
like
not to.
Buttercup.
Okay.
Pleasure.
Well, give them a name or ask
Yeah.
for a nickname.
Alright.
Shall we?
I'll ask them what they actually prefer.
This time I would take you to where you're supposed to go,
To
but
be permanently.
Where are the
opposite.
sensors?
You're going to the sky. I'm staying here.
Oh, I.
And then see if they want to be
I'm
okay with like meeting other
I'm
Void
looking
Scent and
at
being
the
summoned
map,
or
so I
whatever.
think I might know where I might be going.
He's going to go catch them.
Mitty's very friendly.
Careful. At the bar.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm trusting you. I got my Dancer Soul Crystal with me just in case. You may never know.
I didn't get to talk to you all day.
I see.
Yes, missed out on quite a few
I'm usually stuck with
unusual
Ninja, but
conversations
sometimes
in the
I
bar.
like to leave
Aw,
my
man. What'd I
in
miss?
my pocket whenever I need it. I can
Someone
change back and
giving
forth.
Ryder
So,
food poisoning.
Oh.
Giving
I'm
Ryder
going to
actual
head downstairs
food.
though, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Welcome to come
still
home.
that thing you said yesterday. Right or promise? Talk to me later down there.
Take care, Lilima.
Yesterday, you mean like what?
Oh my.
I'm just gonna go
Oh.
stay at the bar and watch Ryder make a fool of himself.
If I could like this, please. So,
I mean, that's always
normal
fun.
things, basically.
Yes, basically.
Hmm.
I had a very informative day today. And there's a lot of theories I want to test, but I'm not allowed to.
I mean, you could.
No. She can't.
Primals.
Wait, did you say you want to mess with the primal?
No, I said I have a lot of theories that I would like to test, but I can't. I'm not allowed to. And then you said that, well,
Oh.
you can. I'm like, well, it involves primals and void scent and...
Fair. Exploring more into your summoning stuff.
My eye tracking is freaking out.
What's the word? It's not enthrallment. Every time it comes down to it, I just can't
Tempered.
remember the word.
Like a blade.
Tempered. Thank you.
Tempered.
I don't know why, but it always slips my mind. I'm trying to figure out, can
It's people who get mind controlled by primals.
Probably not.
Well, who's to really say? Like, understanding how tempering works and all, like, will either A, kill them, B, do nothing, or C, work.
Avoid being tempered.
Well, let's put it this way. It's more of a primal exerting its will over a person with their influence.
Not exactly. It's more or less an imbalancing of Aether, first and foremost.
That too.
But with Voidsend already having an imbalance of Aether, how would that work? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Either A, death, B, nothing, C, work.
I don't know. I don't think it's worth trying to find that one out. Yeah, because you'd have to actually summon an actual primal and not an actual Edgy. And I'm pretty sure no one's gonna let you summon one.
Nope.
Yeah, thanks. That's my Tuesday afternoon after tea.
Quite against the idea.
Same.
Careful.
I am so suspicious of you.
Summon them for fun.
Little miss, I can do everything.
No, you really don't.
And you let them keep the notes, which was weird too.
Edgies are one thing, actual primals are another. And it never goes well for the one who summons it.
Listen, I finally got to rant about my research today, so I'm quite content.
That's why I couldn't move.
Fair enough.
I was held hostage, Aster.
What do you mean?
Oh, you missed it. She said that she actually got to talk about her research.
He said right something that wasn't cheesy bacon. He
That's
ate
why we were
actual
Ate a
food.
vegetable.
Yeah, but she went into actual in-depth things on the primal side.
6 inches.
Hi.
You can
Okay.
only predict this by, hey,
Right.
conversation was
Fair enough.
yes. So, for
Yeah, and
instance, right,
also,
if you're close
personal
enough to
space.
them that you can feel their breath touching you, you're too close.
Okay, so
Has
about
Ryder
right
gone
here.
on
right
his,
You were, I'm sure.
15-minute
That's,
walk?
about up there when
that's
you were
decent
talking
enough,
about
right?
on his
Brett or
periodic,
Okay, that's
every
decent.
15
Never
minutes
mind.
walking around,
I was
going
like,
outside.
you said, I
Have
thought you
done
said
that
like
yet?
yesterday, and I'm like, what?
Not sure. No,
Well, you did in the
I said
morning.
today.
Wow.
All right.
How are you?
hi.
I'm alright.
I'm an adventurer. What's your name?
Glad to hear it.
And you?
I'm Melodia.
He got pulled
It's
back
a
there.
pleasure to meet you.
Well enough. Took a day or two to rest and recover after
I noticed that you have a thingy on your
the
back.
attack last week.
Yeah, that's fair.
Took care of some business. Nothing particularly interesting, I think, but you know how these things are.
Mhm.
I see.
Days of
I see.
rest and days of
Would you like a
extreme
closer look?
exertion.
I would love a closer look.
Guildmistress just
please.
asked me about void stuff.
Well, you manage your
that was his
energy
hand.
is
There we go.
important, I
Whatever.
suppose. Hmm.
I see.
So, what were you getting stuck up with?
That
Haven't seen you in a
instrument
while.
is quite awesome.
Let's
Yeah, you can get a little
see.
closer to look at it, right?
Why, thank you.
Having to deal with a bunch of Charlian scholars, plus scholars from all over wanting to ask you about what you've done for your research.
Common's hard.
It's working.
Do you mean common?
Yes, common.
Okay,
As
common is
the
hard, but you can
newly
only
appointed
hold off
Archon of
the
Dynamis,
silly
that was
stupid
to be
for so long,
expected,
right?
but it
Really
was
good
still
idea
draining.
Is, hey, you know what's a really good idea? Show
I
your
suppose
genuine
so.
interest in their hobby. So you could ask something like,
Yeah.
"Oh, is this instrument really
Not that I
special to
don't
you? Can you
mind,
tell me
it's
about
just...
it?" There you go.
It was a lot,
Okay.
Charisma lessons?
so
Yes.
that's what
I
kept me
think so.
for a
He's
while.
more than that.
Excuse me, Miss Melodia.
Usual scholar stuff, but without the scholar part. Or I guess technically it's included.
It's very formal.
Yeah,
I-
yeah,
this is just a
it's just
casual
more of
conversation right now.
having
Now,
to
in
field
this dilemma,
endless questions about
yes, you would definitely say
how
in
I
this
proved
dilemma,
this, how
have you
do
seen the
I,
woman frown?
how did I
No, thank
test
you.
this, all of
They're
that fun
fine.
things, and it's like,
Okay,
thankfully I have
But
ways of
you
being
can
able to
speak
do so,
casually
it's
here,
just,
so-
it's
all right.
somewhat tedious,
Melodia.
repetitive.
You told me when I first met you that
Guitar
you've
thingy you
learned like everything that you can in terms of like the other jobs and stuff? Does that include Reaper?
If it were possible,
I have dabbled in it.
is there a chance that I could
Oh.
play it?
What's
I
your voice
don't
sense
know.
name?
Okay, let me clarify.
You've been so nice.
Before
I'd love
I
to
get
play
to that,
you too.
let me clarify a little bit. I don't know every profession that is out there. I know a good deal of them.
It's how he communicates.
I have trained a good deal of
We're
them.
taking it as we get it.
Hey,
No.
Luma. Hey, listen.
And there are a few that I do not know.
my awesome friend?
Magic is my specialty. That is what I prefer. It's what I like to do. But to answer your question,
Considering some of the things you've thought, I love the idea of you standing in front of
I don't think I've ever asked it for its name.
So seems to be the trend.
I want you to know that.
I'll be honest, I don't particularly like dealing with it if I can help it, but it is useful.
Got your back.
Alright, please, may I hear you play?
Of course, I could try out a new song I haven't really played in public yet. I'm
Dabbling
so
in
sorry
the
for
void is
anyone
not
who's
very
glitchy needs static, by the way, but he's
pleasant
asking for it,
concept, in
so
my opinion.
I don't know what you want from me.
It's only unpleasant because people refuse to look outside of their own shallow worldview.
That's fair. And I'm not saying I have anything against Reapers, it's just, for me, it's...
Oh no, you can hate Reapers all you want. It's not the Void Sense
No,
fault that
I
they
don't.
exist.
Oh, I know this one.
It's just a little concerning is all for me. So, when I utilize that weaponry and its abilities, I exercise caution as best I
I knew I
can.
had to pick up on it.
Well, that's good to do. But it is the bare minimum.
I don't know. I couldn't find out where to learn how to do that.
Ask your Void Scent their name. Just see what happens. Actually try to have a
Well,
dialogue.
if I get the time, during this coming week, I'll endeavor to do so and see what happens.
Okay.
There we go.
This man is dancing like an NPC.
I want to see him Vanderbilt. See the bum.
Those don't look like natural dances.
I got you, Luma.
But aside from that, not much else on my neck of the woods.
I was just shown that 2 weeks ago. First time.
Oh yeah.
I will say though, being able to go home and be with my wife has been wonderful for these past few days.
Gold saucer.
Bare minimum.
Congratulations to you.
Oh my god, I think I just saw a glint on it. What the fuck?
How have you both been?
I've been alright.
He is.
I suppose I can echo the sentiment.
Well, of
After the
course.
attacks last week,
I take care of my
few
teeth
days
with
to
demonic
rest and recover and
Fucking
took care of some business.
God.
Continuing to reach out to old acquaintances
No.
lost contact with.
Anywho, the
So to
music
speak.
sounds really nice though. It's kind of bumping.
It's been
you know,
nice.
so-
I heard a few
There will be a
reports of
time.
the attack that happened. I hope no one was too seriously injured.
Yeah, well,
It is. Look at me. I'm grinding.
we've got
Amazing.
people who cheat around, so everyone came out fine in the end.
Fine.
I believe I had heard mention of that when listening to the song.
You know, the magical stuff.
It took me a minute to actually catch what the song was. Okay.
It's not necessarily cheating, now, is it?
Unfortunately, I caught it right away.
Don't
Agree to
understand
disagree.
what you mean.
Yes, it's quite good.
Oh no, I feel you. I feel you really
Perhaps
bad
you would
right
be
now.
willing to indulge me
believe
by
it
explaining
is.
what you mean.
Now the Aeolian
Why are
shuffle.
you flailing?
Aeolian shuffle. I'm doing it.
So at least for potions, you need to go out of your way to actually collect things. There's a
What do you mean? All right, you do it.
time
then. You do
loss,
the
an
Aeolian
investment.
shuffle. Let me see you do it.
something that makes it finite.
You're gonna
Whereas
come
for
down
magical
and you
healing,
do it.
all you really need to do is stress a muscle every day, and then you can always do more and more and more, until eventually everything's meaningless. And on top of it, so too is your own accomplishments.
Sure, your glory grows. But eventually everyone just looks at you as a cheat code to how to get out of their own poor decisions. They can be reckless.
Would
It
the
doesn't
same
matter.
be said for anyone who uses a potion?
Well, like I said,
I made a
there is a
mistake.
time investment in that. And you can only grow so
Is
much.
there not a time investment in learning how to wield magic properly?
There is.
Understand.
But it's
What
infinite.
is happening? Ryder, where are you getting these dance moves?
When it comes
It's
to
infinite to
making...
a point.
From the ancient primal known as Will Smith.
It's infinite to a point unless someone's morals get a bit screwy.
That's nothing, don't worry.
That's unfair. He knows a secret that we don't.
Bullshit in my
Wait, what?
And what do you mean by when someone's morals get
Will
screwy?
Smith and some of it.
That was wonderful.
I don't know.
When the shortcut itself becomes the shortcut.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Quick round of applause.
Sure.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes,
You truly
silent
were
round of
inbound.
applause, everyone.
A shortcut becomes what?
A shortcut.
Man, it's so loud.
When the shortcut becomes a
so
shortcut.
fucking loud.
Oh, I know.
Wait, I got you.
That is
You'll
like
forgive
saying
me if I-
bread is bread and water is water. If
You already
something
know.
is
That was really
meant
that was really,
to be
I'm being genuinely serious.
I'm being
an
confusing
easier
on
way of
purpose.
accomplishing a
It was really
task.
Point is,
I am,
Glad to see everyone
but I'm
enjoyed
trying to understand you as best I can,
dancing.
because I don't
Yeah,
misrepresent you in my mind.
I
were doing
definitely was
something.
dancing.
Yes, that was.
Oh, yeah.
I was dancing.
you're a weird one.
moving.
But not in a bad way.
I was moving. Yeah, I almost said. Never mind.
Basically,
That was great.
the only thing that people like white mages really need to get better
I don't know
are
what you're
people
talking
who are
about.
hurt.
It was great.
It doesn't matter how they get them.
I'm glad to hear it. Thank you.
I'm sure you
welcome,
can connect the
Olivia.
dots.
You know what? For future preference, I would love to definitely sit down and.
You're
listen to more of your
insinuating
tunes
that
as well.
What the fuck is
a white mage gets stronger due to them practicing their arts on others. How they
Yes, he knows
others
music.
are injured is not necessarily of consequence so long as they get to practice. Am I understanding you correctly?
Correct.
No, actually,
Yes, it's not
on the jukebox that he
common,
had,
but I've heard
in
people use
his
the term
apartment,
before.
it did say tunes. Or
Ah.
tunes. I don't remember.
It's an interesting statement to make, though you're not
Then would
entirely
you not
wrong.
argue that anyone else, say one who wields a sword, learns by hurting others?
Indeed.
I've never heard this word.
You're
The
good.
same line of logic could be applied the same way in other professions.
How do you end the conversation?
I suppose that's fair. Scum can exist in any kind of profession.
Just, you know,
Healers especially shouldn't be made exempt. Usually they're over-glorified as saints. People who can do no wrong.
kind of like a
I was going to say that usually the party tank that gets such glory, standing at the front line,
Yes. You would
taking
think.
blow after blow.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Maybe
I
we've
miss
just
her.
had different experiences.
I miss her. Greatly.
As someone who has traveled the width and breadth of this star as all variety of different professions,
You played.
I have seen
Thank you for letting me
some
hear
who
that.
seek to only get better themselves by hurting others.
Again, I'm glad you enjoyed.
I've seen those who seek to do good.
Thank you.
I've seen both sides of the coin. I've experienced both sides of the coin.
I'll also make sure next time I have
I've
more
seen it
songs,
from
I'll
all
let you know then.
sides.
I'll take you up on that offer.
But
Oh.
does that exempt from others
Maybe I'll even
doing
maybe you'll even have
harm
another
to
duty
others to get better themselves? No.
session? Karaoke?
That's always going to happen. There are those who are always going to seek power by whatever means necessary. That's just a fact of life.
Cue the fanfare.
I will
But
say.
it is not fair to lump an entire profession into that.
Anyone who sees a soldier sees a killer. People do it all the time. Just not to healers.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. We are always villains in someone's story.
And all of a sudden, in my ears, you hear Hispanic, and you're like, what the hell?
I will say this much. At least, when a killer kills you, it's over.
He did it. I
sorry.
definitely heard it.
Sorry, can you repeat that one more time? I did not hear.
That doesn't
I
happen
said,
with
please,
you.
if you could prove us all wrong with our musical elegancy, with your beautiful music.
And that
please do
makes
so.
them worse.
I could. But
It is a cruel thing,
this is a bit
yes.
too funny. I don't want to take away from that.
Anyone who
Perhaps next time.
misuses
My favorite instrument is
white
dance
magics in such a
violin.
way should be stopped. Agree.
But it is not fair to say that every healer does that.
Thank you, man.
I didn't say that they did. Just that they haven't yet.
This whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's also not fair to say that they still will.
So
You do not know.
as it turns out,
Interesting.
People always
Nor can you
say
make
to
that
people who
statement.
hold a sword,
she already was
you'll kill someone someday.
chill with you before.
It doesn't matter how much you train otherwise. You will kill someone because
Oh, she
eventually
wouldn't,
you'll
you
be
know,
given no
stood there for most
choice.
of that, because most people would have done it.
Why is it that people don't do the
Yes.
same for that?
To resurrect an enemy,
And you just need
just to
to
murder
It's a
them
shot.
again,
Take that.
destroy them.
and then
It was a cheesy bacon, wasn't it?
That is a choice, not an inevitability.
I'm sorry
with
to
your
take a
introduction.
take a walk.
All it
Give them
takes
what
is
makes it
someone to
such an
hate someone.
vile and evil
You can
thing.
do very simple things
ready
like
on the
compliment
comments.
both their appearance
Get
and
ready.
something about them, like a treat. Like for instance,
But everyone can give in to hatred
Machinist,
again.
right?
It is a
Cool
choice.
question would be,
Not an
I don't really
inevitability.
know a whole lot about a lot of the techniques that
You know,
machinists
with every
use.
other kind
Can you
of
tell me about
subject,
them?
people say
Something like
differently.
that, right?
It's only healers,
And what
ever
do they say?
healers,
Are you
that are
reading
ever
or am
given
I
the
just, like,
exemption
throwing
because people
things
can't
in the wind?
conceive the notion that someone would do that.
Perhaps because the majority of people who take the time to practice such art,
Cool, cool.
something that is not as
Thank you for
self-seeking
saying
as
my full name,
others,
but still, got it. But yeah,
tend to be the ones who are the most willing to sacrifice themselves.
That's a bit too formal.
Tend to be, of course.
Thank you. No.
Not all.
There
There
are
are certainly a
exceptions
number
to
of
that rule.
selfish
Means
conjurers
a lot.
out there, those who
Of course, man. It means
pick
a
up
lot
the
to me
art
you're
and
teaching me about
practice it
social etiquette.
for coin or for glory.
See this? Communication. See how you're doing that?
I knew a
That's
sage
But to
who
condemn
did
all
that.
You're doing good right there.
skill is
See?
He's learning the ways.
It only took him 20 years.
Cue the fanfare again.
I knew a sage
No.
who did something very similar to what you're describing.
I keep hearing it. Stop that.
A Charlene scholar, practitioner of the sage arts,
There you go.
would go around posing as a healer, claiming to be able to heal people of various ailments. Or coin. Or other such items. Turns out he was very much not doing that. Oh sure, he put up the front, he put up the face. But when you looked deeper, and when people finally did look deeper, he was doing something much worse.
You wanna take a walk?
Those he was taking under his care for treatment was found to be torturing them, experimenting, utilizing them for his own gain. Whatever purpose it was, who knows? The only reason he was brought to light is because one such individual was part of that and escaped. Caught the eye of another sage who couldn't believe that there was another Charlene scholar sage that could do such a thing. They thought it was impossible, improbable. And yet, the evidence kept piling up for them. More and more things started piecing together. Till finally, 2 other friends of the escapee were found, sharing their side of the story. Until, at long last, the other sage could no longer deny it. She admitted that there was an evil that had taken root. An evil that needed to be excised. And so together, They confronted this scholar, the one who had been doing this experimentation. He gleefully admitted everything. He boasted that he sought power, that he wanted to rise above all. He believed that he was in the right, that his abilities netted him respect and admiration. He was laid low. His deeds were stopped. Those who had been suffering under him could finally know peace.
Don't be a pussy, but don't demand shit. Just be assertive. Talk with your chest.
Alright, talk with my chest.
No one is infallible. There are always going to be people in this world who will seek power by any means necessary. Doesn't mean that everyone will fall to that temptation.
Alright, sorry. I lose confidence easily, you know, it's hard.
I've noticed.
You're right. You know what?
All you've really done
Look for darkness in
You're right.
everyone.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
is just proof to me
will
that other
find
people
us.
will do it.
Easy.
So I guess white mages aren't the only perfect scum out there.
Stand right there.
It's all healers. Thanks for that.
You can choose what you want to believe.
Just go to trip. Go to trip for that.
One bad apple in a bunch does not mean the whole bunch is bad.
I suppose you and I disagree.
Supportive wall.
Indeed.
Keep trying.
But that is the way of things.
Until they tell you to go away, keep trying.
Okay.
When we're
We each have our own opinions. We each have our own experiences. We've seen things that the other may not have, and perhaps never will.
Why is your day been shit?
Your opinions are your own, and that I can respect. But I will still say that it is not fair to group every healer under that umbrella, that they will fall to search for power by tormenting others.
At this point, you would ask,
Will it happen? Certainly.
would you like me to go away? Or would you
But
like
not
me to
every
stop?
single one of them will do that.
Would you like me to go away?
You see, the difference is between you and I
Well, glad to know you don't
is that it's the
care that much.
chance that is enough.
Damn.
Okay, you're looking in.
But then-
Okay, so
There is a chance of darkness in every soul.
okay.
Is there not?
At this point, right?
Sure,
This is where earnest and
but there's a
honesty come
distinct
from, right?
difference in what that darkness can attain.
Like going to your first dungeon, and then the second dungeon is like.
No one should have to be made to suffer that
The
long.
awkwardness that's kind of been coming out from me trying to talk to you. You seem genuinely interesting, and I actually want to have a conversation with you.
I've been meaning to wonder and ask,
Difficulty with it. If
why
work
are you
with
so
me,
This
adamant about
conversation's
talking?
going, I can't help but imagine duty commence just
Is it
appearing
something
right
you
above them.
experienced yourself personally?
Failed.
Okay.
Would you like to retry an easier difficulty?
From your heart.
Who knows?
You've unlocked
Pretty
baby
much.
heart.
You got this.
Don't look down.
I'm really trying.
I know it. I'm sorry.
We all have our secrets after all.
Call it a day. He needs to work himself up. It don't go straight to the blood.
You've been someone that I've known for quite some time, and I wish to have a conversation.
I've always had really nice
Why does it sound like you smoked cigarettes for the past 10 years? Are you going to talk to me normally, or are you going to use that stage voice?
It's my natural
In that
voice.
regard, how is your training been going, Master, with the art of Sage?
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
I've been unable to make progress.
What is that?
Alright, fine.
I haven't been able to properly attune to the weapons. They resist, in a way, strange.
You know how your day is going. You know how your day is going.
I'm tired.
Okay.
Perhaps if we get some time,
Is there any way
perhaps I can sit down with you.
I can make your day better as a friend?
Maybe see if I can give you some pointers.
Perhaps. I had initially considered traveling to Giovanni, actually.
I need to
I
get out of
am
here.
aware that Idleshire is there, and I thought perhaps I might be able to find someone there. Or Perhaps some old dusty tomes or something left behind.
I don't know many sages, if any, in Idleshire. Though there was one a while
Let's
back.
pretend to see something over there.
She was staying there for a time. I'm not sure if she's moved on in the recent months.
Might be worth a trip, though, with regards to Lady Liluna's request. I'll also be traveling to the edges of Iravania.
And go. I know. It was nothing. You know me. I can handle this, Mitz. Thanks. I should be good now. Well, guess I took it as an excuse to walk away. That's fair. Probably for the best anyway, right, Mitz? Now it's getting too tense. Felt like she was testing me. She was one of them.
Finding myself stagnating.
Oh?
After the calamity, seeing more of the world.
only meant something. I didn't want to become better just to
Oh, is this the time? Am I gonna be able to do it?
think my own struggle.
You gonna step outside? Nope, he's just letting himself fix.
On the bridge, if I had had the power to save their lives and my own, I suppose I would have taken it. To try to push through the exhaustion. Keep my fear at bay.
Could you do it knowing that there was a cost attached?
I don't regret what happened. If the cost was losing 8 years of my life to make certain others would continue to live, then without a doubt.
I guess. Let me ask this then from the perspective of what I've learned from the niche so far. If you had the power to save them, but it came at the cost that as soon as you did so, many more around you would immediately keel over in pain, crying out for help. Hurt, injured, maybe even dead.
That's not exactly what I was talking about, but let's see how she answers.
Is that a power that you want to give?
Ask them to make such a sacrifice. Not without knowing, at least. If I am to give up my life for others, that is one thing. To give up the lives of others, not knowing whether or not they are willing to make such a sacrifice. It seems wrong. It is not my life to give, not mine to take. Though my hope would be that they would, as many cases we are asked to give so others may live, sacrifice parts of ourselves. I know that it's not the way of some people.
And this is how I know you have a good heart, Esther.
I've never had such a doubt.
Nor did I
Still
suspect
pains
you
me.
of it. I ask because it helps to put in perspective what Nisha is saying. To me, something has happened to them. Something very painful, something very dark has happened to them. You don't gain a hate like that just by...
Attention, rescue party. We need the immediate rescue party. Ryder has exited the city gates.
That is a hate. That is a...
Wait, no, guys. I think he just needs. I think he genuinely just. I think it'd be good just to let him have his walk. Genuinely.
To lump all healers, to lump white mages, conjurers, sages, scholars, arcanists, all into one. Astrologians, even. You don't do that without something happening. No. What it is,
I'm gonna say leave the guy alone.
nor will I pry.
You need some peace and alone time, I guess.
They choose to give that
I
answer.
would not speak on it, as it is not my secret to tell.
Nor would I expect you to. Hence why I told them we all have secrets.
What pains me is that darkness. There is truth, or certain, to some of what he says. That there are flaws everywhere. But if you look at those flaws and focus on them, those flaws are all you will see. You'll never see the good. Exactly. He speaks of a friend he lost when he was young. I believe you're familiar with our ways. There is truth that, yes, segmenting our society, peoples, so arbitrarily, as some might say, without fully understanding the context of these decisions, these choices. Yes, they seem cruel. But there is a necessity behind these things. I lost friends as well. People I grew up with in those most young of my years. We're all lost people, Chester. And that is what I wish he would see. Everyone's in pain, in one way or another. It's by standing together and trying to lift each other up. Not seeing the darkness, looking for the light, searching for those truly good people, protecting them.
Perhaps one day he will see them. But that's a decision he has to come to.
I have resolved myself, at the very least, to show him throughout action. I know my words will not reach him someplace in the I noticed.
I've also noticed that he twists the words to his own benefit.
Yes. It is an unfortunate part of his nature. One that I do not like.
It's who he is. It's what he's learned. It's what he's become. You don't change that in an instant.
Yes, an unfortunate side effect, I believe, of his training, his earliest of years. Being isolated, I find, does not do well to seek one's social skills, nor being able to necessarily empathize so much with others, and to see that light.
The one thing I will say at least is you cannot stress too much about it. Whatever
No matter
you choose
how
to
much his words
do.
sting.
I know. Trust me.
To be a
let that
loyal
do me
friend.
too.
Where he has left one, unfortunately. That is not good.
Remind me of
One who denies
a story perhaps for another time.
reminds me of a story.
Speaking of which, it's been some time.
Hey friends, this is your boy Curry Games letting you all know that we have less than 30 minutes until hard end. Please make sure to finish up then conversations and stuffity stuffs.
Everything else
Thank you.
has been difficult to catch up. It's nice. I think taking the time to console me, ask me such questions. find being able to voice my thoughts helps me to solidify them in my mind. Thank you for sure. Of course.
That sounded like a conclusion.
We are but what the experiences we go through, the choices we make in life.
Well, they haven't left yet.
That I can agree on.
Hey, we're going out to the city. Do you want to come with?
I prefer the walk.
I'm going
Enjoy
to.
the walk.
I enjoy a nice walk, let me think. But if you want, you could go through the aetherite.
Enjoy the walk. I'm sorry, I saw that very, very late. I could hear it just fine, I'm sorry. Oh, wow. Everyone left. Just sitting by yourself?
For the most part, yeah. I like the cold.
I like the cold too. But that's probably on account of being a
Plus,
being.
yeah. Plus is the thing of I basically know no one here, so.
Oh gosh. Don't fall into the trap.
Yeah.
Don't
I'm
sit by
trying
yourself.
not to. I know.
Not
I know,
everyone is as
I've been
benevolent
talking
as
with-
me and will go out of their way to bully you.
Fair, I guess. It's a little different. Wait, you're right though. You're right.
So, outside of me, who have you talked to?
I forgot his name. He was a gunblade.
Oh,
Wore a
Pisco?
white cloak by him. I guess that one. That one, I've talked with the writer a little bit. The main old lady, I can't pronounce the name for the life of me. That's about it.
This is what you do. You see a group of people, or if you see someone else by themselves, you walk your way over. And you just talk to them. It's that simple. You've been here for 2 days.
I
You should
know.
know everyone's names and personalities by now.
I really don't.
Well, it's because you didn't push it.
Because when I was here, well, to be fair, we were fighting as soon as I got. I walked up, and not even 2 seconds in, we're running this way. We get into a fight. I get
Well, then
stabbed
you
through the
have no
chest by a
excuse
spear.
next
I still have a
week.
week left of recovery. Okay, yeah, yeah, I don't have an
So
excuse.
what are you gonna do next week?
Be more social, talk with others.
No,
As a group,
There's
go
a
up.
specific thing. Yeah, there you go. You just walk up to people and you talk. That's all it is. Even if you just say something horribly insulting to their face, they eventually get endeared to it anyway. no matter what for some reason.
Fair enough, I guess. Not that kind of person who likes to insult people, but
To each their own. You can do the compliment thing if that's what you want.
yeah, that is
Just-
more my style. Yeah.
Just find something and comment on it. Simple.
Um,
Comfortable
Oh.
silence guy. I take it.
Say again?
You a comfortable silences kind of guy.
I guess, yeah.
Is it that or that you're too anxious to be able to think of any kind of conversation topic? Be honest.
I guess it's that one.
Okay. Here's a couple tips. Why did you choose the job that you did? Hey. Your style of clothing's interesting.
Alright.
What inspired you to do that? What's your favorite color? Why? Is there anything that you hate more than anything else in the entire world? That always gets a very interesting response.
I can see why.
Just find questions like that.
Alright, fine. Why did you decide to become a Reaper?
Because if I didn't, I would be dead. Well, technically, I would be alive, then dead, then alive, then dead, then alive, then dead, then alive, then dead, then alive, then dead for who knows how many more years
That's
at this
a lot
point.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
Your clothing choice is very exotic. Why is that?
I picked it off of some guy who I found in a dumpster.
Oh dear.
It's edgy. I
Was it
love
good?
it.
That's fair. It does look very good on you.
Thank you. Now you see, the trick is to learn to add additional questions on top of that, and then
Mhm.
if they're actually good at the conversation thing, they'll ask you, "Hey, what about you? Why did you become what you were?"
Were you generally asking that one?
Sure.
Sure. If I remember what you. Oh, sorry, I got distracted.
What
If I'm
is your
correct on
job?
what. Tank. Paladin. I mainly do that because I hate seeing other people get hurt.
Hmm.
And if anybody were to get hurt, I'd rather it be myself. Because for some reason, I've turned out very lucky in not dying. For example, right over there, I got stabbed through the chest.
I remember that.
Yeah, it didn't feel good. I was literally on the brink of death. Again.
Regular thing for you, huh?
Yeah. It's funny, I think you're the only one who noticed, too.
It's not always the person that you expect to actually pay attention to that stuff.
What? Fair.
Like, I might be all doom and gloom even in the outfit, but it's not like I don't care.
Obviously, right.
Or else I'd leave you here to rot, alone.
True, very true.
Like I
Which
said,
I very
benevolent
much do
bullying.
appreciate you coming up to talk with me.
Why does everyone say that when I bully them? Anyway.
I don't mind the bullying. It gives me something to think about or do, at least. You should have known the first day I came around here. I don't know if she was intentionally being racist or unintentionally being racist, but she kept on commenting on me and the guardsmen. It's ears, because of what we are.
Who was?
I don't remember her name. I haven't seen her in forever.
Appearance?
I don't even. Cat ears, darker skin. I think.
Oh!
Brown hair?
Yeah, her. That's the
Yeah.
guildmistress's student. Speaks with
But
a
yeah,
fur.
she kept on commenting, especially for the guardsman, because he had the helmet on and it goes over the ears, and she kept commenting on it. And I kept on trying to tell her like that's a little racist, but she didn't seem to get it.
Mikote do that too, though. Like you see it on their armor. Why are they pointing it out for you?
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
And then there's Vieira. Our solution is to not ever wear hats. Ever.
It is rather uncomfortable wearing my helmet.
I think tailors just hate us.
Yeah, I can agree with that one. Comfortable on this though. I love this. This keeps me warm.
It's good fur. Did you kill it yourself?
It's alright. No, I bought it from a store.
What's it made of?
Honestly, don't know. I'm assuming maybe a wolf or something.
That'd be the hope. For all you know, it's skunk fur.
Ugh. Don't want to think about that. Please, God, no.
Well, you maybe should have thought about that before you bought it without figuring out the sources.
I was comfortable.
If it's
Looks nice,
comfortable,
okay,
does the
that-
source
that-
actually matter?
No.
Then embrace it. Embrace the skunk fur coat.
Uh-huh. Right.
Like I said, I got mine out of the trash, but I still look awesome.
Fair point.
Being homeless sometimes has its perks.
Guess I wouldn't know that.
Got a nice cushy house.
I did, and then I just came about and went off on a journey like everyone else.
Oh.
So I've just been kind of staying where I can.
You've got the cushy adventure lifestyle. Got it.
I guess. I don't like to explain it that way, because then I just feel like a dickhead, because...
If you got a cushy life, why not flaunt it? You could say, I made it!
I don't know. I just never felt like flaunting it. I can only imagine what Ryder's days. Being the hero.
What about it specifically?
What do you mean?
What about him? Specifically.
Oh no, I was saying like I can only imagine where he came from, since you know he's the hero of light.
Like his origin story?
I guess where he comes from. Everything all that. He's a very interesting man, which makes me curious about that, I guess.
I don't have anything on his upbringing. Mostly on what he does now.
Hmm.
The guy next to me? Yeah, no, I like this character a lot. It's cute. I agree, they're very cute.
Which, by the way, I just actually remember you're feeling all right, right, from the fight and everything. Because I noticed that
yeah.
you were on the bed.
Yeah,
That's
an
good, at least.
icicle went.
Ooh. Jesus.
Last thing I remembered was it coming
Yeah,
straight
from-
towards my face, and then I woke up on the bed. After an unpleasant dream, but who's keeping track?
I couldn't imagine that. I'm actually quite fearful of things like that. I guess that's why also I became a paladin.
So you can actually take the
It
hits?
was weird. Yeah. And also, like I said, not wanting other people to experience that. It's weird though. For example, it was like 3 different steps that happened within seconds. First, it was me being thrown against the wall. The second moment, it was an ice spike going through me. Third second, it was a spear through my chest. Death works in weird ways. Don't know why. Wish I could figure out that secret, I guess.
Which one?
Death. What lays beyond everything.
Nothing.
For all I know, I could just cease to exist. Nothing.
You either reincarnate, or you fade. Most people reincarnate. You only fade if something uses you up. Nothing special, though. There is no afterlife. You're just recycled. So yeah, definitely don't seek out death.
That is a goal.
It also
It's
hurts.
definitely a goal.
A lot.
Yeah, I was almost there. I understand that. I have a question, because you mentioned it, how I am an opposite to you. What is it like being, I guess, what you are, if that makes sense? If that's not rude, I apologize.
It's really easy to move. It's always easy to move forward. Because there's always a task. I don't know what I'm gonna do when it's done. Well, I might have one idea. Not really gonna be easy on my own, though.
Well, hopefully
But
you'll have
honestly,
people that help you with it.
I don't think there's gonna be someone who would do that. Outside of Mitty, anyway. My void scent, if you didn't meet her.
Oh.
She's the one true person I trust.
Hmm.
Outside of that, though,
I guess that's fair.
I think it's terrifying.
Terrifying being what?
Probably. Anytime that I think I'm scared, it just kind of goes away. Unless it doesn't. But most of the time it does. I think I've just gotten really good at the pretending part.
Ah, I see now. I guess we are that opposite. I can't stand lying or anything like that.
No. Lies are a saving grace.
It can
Plus,
be, yes.
what people think of as lies sometimes aren't really as such. Is it really a lie if it really helps you? Is it really a lie if it keeps you
There
moving?
is that point, yes.
Like, I know everyone's favorite lie. That things will be better.
Is it the one to where if you... Ah, that's a good one too. I was going to go more of the direct route and say, when someone goes up to someone and says, "Are you okay?" and this is, "Yeah, I'm fine." Well, they're never fine.
That's their favorite one to say to others.
Oh yeah.
But that's the fact that everything will be fine is a lie that everyone wants to be true. They'd really
I think that way
believe in
myself,
that
I
one.
guess. True. But it can also, like you said, it's not exactly. It helps boost some people thinking that way. I guess it does for me. I know that within light there's dark, within dark there's light, you know, that whole spiel. But it helps me when I think that one day I can make this place better. Even if it's minor.
Well, you're a tank. Your job is to get hurt. So, probably.
Yeah.
Or you'll die trying.
Yeah, that is kind of the whole thing.
You're okay.
Sure.
Yeah, I think so. It helps having someone around who's way more anxious than I ever could even hope to be. Makes it painfully easy to talk to you.
Is it a bad thing or a good thing?
It depends on your definition. Great for me. I don't know if it's good for you.
Yeah. Mind it. Oh, I just, I will say, who was the really edgy guy that people were commenting on? He had the, what do they call it? Katana.
Oh, the
Eye patch.
The eye patch coat over the shoulder guy?
Yeah, yeah. Everyone was making fun of him, and I thought it was kind of funny, to be fair.
Wow, I actually started a bullying train! Woohoo! Bucket list! Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know his name. He never really asked. Or rather, I don't remember asking? Or I guess it's just he
Is he
was
dark and
so
mysterious?
unimportant that I didn't remember.
Fair enough, I guess. He said something to Ryder, and then he walked away, and everyone commented on it, and they just made fun of him. And I was really confused. I was like, what is it? What?
He was sitting in a corner all by himself this morning. Made fun of him for it. But who knows?
How did he take it?
He pretended that it didn't ruffle his feathers.
Nah, usually how it goes.
I hope everything goes well for you. Probably one of
Why
the
do you
few
say
people
that?
I can actually say that to. You can generally trust tanks, I guess. Their intentions.
I guess so.
It's always the same stuff.
I know it's... Oh, well, the wrong way to say it. Well, even
Oh,
with
I guess they're done talking
everything
about
that
me.
you Oh, they're talking about... Is
Yeah,
it like
that's
a
why I was
trauma
over
kind of-
there and I was eavesdropping.
This is, I'm guessing it was rather bad thing? Doesn't matter to me none, I'm just curious.
It depends on the perspective.
Ah, fair enough.
You know what's my personal favorite lie?
Hmm.
That they'll be different. Well, they were waving me over. I probably shouldn't make them suspicious. Later, Soren.
Have fun. See you later.
Oh, if there's one thing I can guarantee, it's that I'll always have fun.
The one that landed in Ishgard?
Yes, they said something about there being a bit of a coup some years back.
Oh, a coup with what?
Oh, that one. Vidofnir.
Supposedly people within the clergy, I believe. What do they call themselves? The Holy See?
The Holy See, yes.
Yes, something about a number of them revolting after the Dragon Song War was ended. And apparently a child was threatened and thrown off a building.
Oh.
That's how the story goes, and the child
Yes.
was saved by the daughter of Hreisvelger, Vidofnir.
I gotta fix that. I know why that's happening.
That being said, I might see if I can find Hreisvelger's son. See if I can get his aid to get over to that island.
Might be helpful.
Alright, that is hard end. Please finish up your scenes. And I hope you all had a good time.
See if we can find some help, and then we can make quick work of this one. Besides, it'd be nice for you to see the mists.
It'd be nice to see them with my own eyes.
It's very unique. Let's put it that way. Being a little sneaky little get. Was that you with your mic crackling, by the way, or was that Bibis?
I was there. I don't know if it was my mic crackling.
That would have okay.
That was me.
That's global.
Oh, that's global, but I was here.
I think it was from. Yeah, I know you.
It's been happening the entire time. No, that's been. It happens all the time. Yeah, it happens constantly.
That was the
throughout
first I've heard it.
That's
No.
first for me.
Ray,
I've not
you're
heard
just
it.
being
So.
ignored.
I am being ignored. What the fuck is this? Hi.
Hello.
Being said, the
God.
moment we
Congrats.
sat down, I was like, I
How
bet
are
Nisha's
you?
gonna be sitting outside
Good.
the door
Yeah,
listening.
I was
Thank you.
Little
expecting it.
fucking
I was
goblin,
Do not
because I
dig
know
it.
this boy.
They had a brief panic
I was
attack by
100%
themselves, and they're like,
expecting
okay,
it.
now I'm gonna go back and find. Where'd they go? Where'd they? Oh, they're talking about me.
Yeah, I gotta listen.
Yeah, yeah. I'm very curious to hear what Niche thought of that. I'm gonna probably listen to your bot on that one.
They
I'm gonna be your
they
parent.
didn't say
If you
anything in
voiced
their
any
head,
opinions.
but they said a lot in the conversation they
I
had
know
with the
you're
guy
trying to do
after
something
as a
for
front.
Ryder,
Cool.
but I know
Because
you're trying to be
my
so
chat was having
sweet,
hard,
but I had
a hard time
sandwich
hearing, and I
to
didn't
make.
want it to
Damn right.
them to
as I
actually
Yeah.
miss it.
Oh God.
But yeah, no, it's
ready.
you can get a lot in the facial expressions
I'm not
or
gonna lie, I should probably actually
in
head
the
off,
conversation
though,
they
so I
had
can eat
with
food.
Soren if he gets over here.
Yeah.
Don't know where he is.
Y'all have a good night.
There he is. He talked
is
to this one and was very edgy
This
about
boy.
it.
I was edgy or you were edgy about it?
All
I
right,
was
'cause you,
edgy.
you fucking
You
asked
were-
for this
okay.
unit. All right.
It was a good conversation. I enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, no, I loved it.
Yeah.
Wait, I got
Small.
clipping.
Yeah.
Small.
Yeah.
Small.
Small.
On one hand, though,
The shortening.
she didn't dish the
again.
secret, so that's awesome.
Not happening.
That's perfectly fine.
Don't.
No, you just got sent flying.
Just so you can.
You really do
Mitty,
need to put like a contact
come
on
here,
that to
I
have the
require
Frank Pan
hugs.
Maybe.
Thank you,
I'll see what I
Mitty.
can do.
I love you, Mitty. I love you, Mitty.
My turn.
Avoid hugs.
Yes.
Okay.
I love she.
I know that you asked me like I think it was 2 times about my void Voidson's name like like
I know what I was gonna. I know what name I'll give it for Sarai, because like Sarai rarely touches her Reaper.
Yeah.
She rarely touches it.
yeah. The thing is,
it'll be
I'm
Aurora.
also,
Oh my God.
yeah, I was gonna say
I'm
it's
waiting for there to be a
I didn't
Reaper.
get the chance to fully like say why I didn't
Voids
want to
just named
because
something like
it's pretty much bad memories for him.
Oh yeah, I getcha.
So
yeah,
that's why he just
I'm
constantly gives them like
waiting.
random nicknames as he
I'm
goes.
actually glad. I
'Cause
think I got this like
he,
the
he didn't
perfect
stay.
fucking height.
He doesn't say one nickname to another. He doesn't stay.
Yeah, no, that's
Hold
fair.
on, wait a minute.
That's never
Get in
judgment
there.
on me. It's just Niche being
I still need
more and
to
more
get another
frustrated with a
Oh, I actually haven't
which
checked
was
out
relevant to a
everything.
conversation they had
That was
with
really
this
good.
one
Time to make
earlier
the
before you
inside
got
of
there.
the-
Huh?
That was really good.
Let's
Oh,
see.
my
why
God, that's
Niche was like so upset that this one didn't name their void set, and they were like
really
publicly
good.
just like,
Yeah.
there's a reason. There's an IC reason.
There's reason.
Listen,
There's
at least
reasons
I'm
that he
willing to
doesn't.
learn.
Oh yeah.
My boy has reasons why he doesn't want to share his Voidson's name because bad memories. Bad
Yeah.
shit.
I'm very
I would
fair.
also like to
very
say I still haven't
gremlin
done
as the
posts,
voices.
so I don't know if I touched on anything.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, just
You-
let
to
this
see
go
her,
for
It's gonna be fun. You're gonna have a fun time.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say like, why are you bringing up post stuff? Like,
No,
what?
void art.
I haven't done posts.
Oh, you want to see
Void
something?
art.
She
Like,
brought up
still,
stuff.
I
13th.
have another toggle on.
Huh? No.
But still, the 13th were brought up.
Yeah, the 13th is lore before the post quests.
Yeah,
Look
so
at
I
this.
already knew about that. I haven't done post Endwalker yet, so
When I knew
Everything I
that
brought
when
up
she
is
was
just my
talking
thought
about it, I knew
process.
I was safe, so I just
Get it only
went
on-
with it.
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Does it only appear on the dress, or?
But yeah, no, there's
yeah,
like
like
an
you
trying to
entire.
cover
you
his
can't
tracks.
say I
You
took.
should play through the void
It's
arc
only on the dress.
with a
If I
K.
go past 50%, then it starts doing it on her.
I went through the
done
void
Void
arc.
Arc.
Like,
Because
yeah.
of
Because you get a lot from
City
that.
Muck.
She did it.
Did I help you
Yeah.
run Void Art?
So hold on. Let me.
I think I did.
Yes, you did. But Yeah, I still haven't done post, so everything I brought up is just my own
map to make the blood rage.
thought process. So I don't know if that touched on, post or not.
Oh my god, that is so fucking
Again, you're gonna have fun in the post quest when you get there. I'm not confirming nor denying anything.
I'm wondering what your fucking.
Yes or no?
Yeah, but I'm also wondering what your it's like. Oh, that's not. awful.
If I say yes or no, it's
not gonna leave a lot of room for.
I don't want to spoil
I mean,
you.
I already know it has something to do with the 13. All I know is I'm going into the Forbidden Soup.
You are going into Forbidden Soup. However,
I don't raise it.
I can always
there
ask
is
her
some
about
stuff that we're
too.
talking about that isn't there.
I'm gonna try and sit down with her.
Touch the Forbidden Soup.
Yeah.
Because how goes the Lalafell niche?
Really good.
Biggest
I'm really
thing
excited
is
about it.
that
I
she
can't wait to
has,
see it.
So it kind of makes
Yeah.
sense for her to have, like,
I love the
more.
Lalas. I made 7 Lalas in 3 days.
I know. I saw you're fucking correct.
It's her.
No, I mean,
I just made a tutorial, and I think everyone else who would have asked me is doing their own.
More accurate because blood pools.
God!
I would think it would be flat because blood smears.
And then I also have Atlas.
Before dripping off.
Mm-hmm. I can always ask her
So like
about
that.
Oh
blood
my
should be
God.
Falling out of your hands.
I can ask her.
What happened to your ears?
Yeah.
He doesn't
It
even.
makes sense for the kind of it's like the thing is though too. It's like
I can't wait. I'm gonna make. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna remove Risha's ears from the example one that I did.
The one thing that I need to have.
I can't wait to just be like, where are my ears? Where are my ears? And then just grab like a bunny headband.
Bloody claws makes absolute fucking sense. So.
Maybe we have a problem.
Yeah.
Sorry,
The
I
thing
can't wait for my
is, like
center
with
of
my
balance to be
stuff,
thrown off.
I have a hood with my
Itchy.
gear.
Attack!
As a Reaper, so.
The thing is, since we're not doing any combat stuff, you
Yeah.
don't need that.
This smoke is the.
Because I normally,
Equipment, hair, all that
yeah,
kind of stuff.
I normally switch between have hood on and off during social sometimes. So it depends.
Oh shit. That's cool.
But
I think
mostly,
for the sake of it, and big headed
Yeah.
Lawless, because
Hell yeah, we
the
love that.
shape of it will have to change dependent since
Yeah,
you
yeah.
are a
Yeah.
ear. For Lawless, they have the ears pointed out, so for the best of it, I'll probably just not have it on.
So like when you bonk someone's
Yeah,
front
yeah.
model, you just hear that bong.
yeah, that's understandable.
I'm going to make the guard
They got the
models
elves and
as Lawless.
Oh my God! Yes!
Oh my god.
They're not safe.
I can't wait. Oh, good night.
Night.
Myself.
Good night.
Have a good one.
I don't.
But yes, I love these little things.
Yeah, I don't know where a good place.
So cute.
They are adorable. I can't wait.
Ask Morph.
Mm-hmm.
Ask Morph. Is Morph now?
I think so because he's gonna try and get some for Sarai for her combat, which I need to poke him about and make sure that that's almost done.
How do you do, gamer?
It go good. Midi.
I'll
Attack.
take photo of the model I have that I made for the boy. So.
The little flailing of the arms, that's
Yes,
cute.
it has like every single one goes.
Unfortunate, so it's different because he's my coach.
That's funny as shit.
I changed the race in here. Because I don't want to with the fucking asshole with the fucking ears. With the
Got them zappy sticks.
Yeah. Oh my god.
What is this whale noise?
Fucking shit.
Oh my God.
It's just a scream.
That's like a ribbon squeak.
It's all,
ribbon squeak.
people can't tell Ribbon and I apart sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, I can see why.
Ooh, best friend privilege. We just. Ugh. God, that's cool.
Where the fuck am I? Oh, there I am.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, I see. You made it at like a top shape. That's
Alright,
interesting.
I'm gonna go creep. Goodbye.
I didn't make this. Sophie made this.
Oh, well, I am
So you made all
observing
of
their
this.
handiwork, and I'm just like, deconstruct, deconstruct, deconstruct. How could I do that? Hmm.
Yeah.
Let me just hit him with
I love her work. Yeah, I love her
Once
work.
you
Her
know.
work is so beautiful.
Once you have enough knowledge, you begin to deconstruct things. You can never look at something and go, "Oh, that's neat."
Yeah.
You go, "Huh, I wonder how I made that."
Yeah.
I need to have her add context to this, so like when they hit a player model, it actually explodes.
Well, you can't do player contacts.
Damn.
Yeah, it
you
doesn't
can't do that,
sync super
unfortunately.
well. And
How did you make it then with Arbor's gun then? How did you do that?
That's a different system, and that doesn't appear for me. It appears for only the person it's hitting, which is taking advantage of the fact that... So, say I have a gun or something that
Mhm.
fires off a particle, and when it hits surfaces or certain
Mhm.
colliders, it goes, pew, you know, does that. Guess
Mhm.
what? It'll never collide for you
oh.
or other people, but it will only collide for that specific purpose, for that specific person that it's hitting.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Hmm.
Or else it would have like a multiple overlay problem, right?
Sort of. So it's kind of how, like, say for instance, let me see if I can find any good examples of models I know use this or have this problem. I'm fairly certain Syncotos does this. I'm gonna swap into her model real quick. Oh wait, does this one have the thing on it?
Ooh.
It does. Okay. So if I hit you with this, it should stop for you on you. But for others, it will look like it's going through you.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
interesting. That's cool.
So
Oh yeah, that's cool.
for you, it will stop on you, but for them, it will
just
look like
going-
it's going through you. For me,
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of like the thing
Actually, I
that
don't
I'm
even-
like.
I can hit myself with it, and it appears to be stopping on me. But I know for others, it appears like it's going through there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one of the things that's
Yeah.
like I was wondering. It's like how to like make like these actually like seem like they're actually hitting the target without actually like aiming down here to make it like do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
That's what I've been,
you
like,
can't
trying
do
to
that,
figure out.
unfortunately. You just have to know that that's
Damn.
just not going to work.
So that's and that's why I was like
Until
with these I
until
always
they create
like
something that enables that.
yeah.
So
So that's why it's like I always
that
aim
will
for like
never
the
work.
feet, so it's just like like they can actually see like the detonation.
Well,
happen.
shoot it at my chest. See, I see that, but you cannot.
Oh.
That's what
They
I'm
already
saying.
got it.
Oh.
I can see it hitting me. That's what I'm saying.
Oh wow.
is
Okay, I didn't even think of that. Okay.
You can, yeah. You don't have to. You don't worry. Well, and that's why Arbor's gun works the way it does. It hits the other person, and the collisions off of that trigger a subparticle that does the overlay thing. So that way they know they've been hit, right?
Oh, okay, okay.
But
That makes a lot more
because
sense.
it only hits, it only collides for the person that it's hitting. Locally. Then I don't have to worry about like, oh, if I shoot somebody with this, suddenly they start seeing the overlay too.
Right.
Got it. Okay, okay.
Or if I shoot myself with it, they don't see it.
Juna.
You know.
Good night.
Oh,
Thank you
good
for the
night.
gremlin, by the way.
You're welcome.
Little gremlin, little gremlin.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking forward to that episode. We have something really
The
stupid planned for
Lalafell
that.
one? Oh,
Yeah.
is it non-canon?
It's non-canon, yes.
Yeah.
It's non-canon.
I still think it
So,
could be,
that's why we're
but
like,
that's
you know,
understandable. I understand.
No, we have something very specific planned for it. That's why we
Ah!
took the
Understood.
idea and made it better.
I'm proud of you.
He kind of came to us when I brought it up at the meeting. I was just like, "We want to like this got proposed. Can we do this? Yes. What if we made this better? Oh, we made this better.
Oh my god.
Better.
I can't wait.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, for that Void Scent meetup, I'm gonna actually have like an actual model be made and with.
Let's go.
It's gonna be it's me pain in the
I did
ass.
have a toggle for mine, but it's not working.
just bear in mind,
Take it into Unity.
when I asked
don't
the
wanna go through the
team
animation.
for what I could
I love
do,
that
it
gun.
was basically they can only appear in the same
nice
way
gun.
that they would in like Reaper attacks, or if it is in social settings, it should be very brief, which is why I've got like this, and ideally I use this most of the time, not at all. Like most episodes they don't show up at all.
Yeah.
But the times that they do, it's
Yeah, because we don't necessarily want that to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because void sent things are weird in this lore.
Yeah. That's why I don't
Especially when we're working off the limitations of we know nothing of the 13th except that the void center from the void. And then the 13th is the void. That's all we know.
Well, not
So it's like
technically
a lot of
true.
other stuff is like the Reaper questline stuff. Yes.
No.
That one
Void
we
Arc.
do know. Oh yeah, that too. I forgot about that one.
Yeah. But it's like
The
I'm
Void
talking
Arc
more
tells
like
us so
the stuff that we
much.
find in 6.1.
Yeah, no.
I'm talking about the 6.1 stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there
not
is
just
a
the Void
lot
Arc,
of information.
also the Imdapur
Yeah.
series
Mhm.
and the City of Mach.
Yeah,
Yup.
You
Benny
get
and
a good bit
Goldsmith.
of exposure to.
Mhm.
Yeah, you get a good
old
exposure
quest
to it.
stuff in
I was gonna
ARR, yeah.
reference that today during the RP when you were talking, but the topic moved on. I was gonna be like, oh yeah, well, I mean, if you want good examples of people going too far,
Yeah.
Imdapur Keep, the City of Mach.
Yeah, because I know people
Two
like
peoples who
so
sought to
I'm
destroy
referencing
themselves.
a Reaper lore about if they fail to with the Blood Pact with the Avatar just possesses them.
That happens if
was more-
if you
That was if they
fail
lose
to
control.
uphold your.
Seven?
It's
Was
lose
that the
control
seven?
and failing to uphold their deal, and then the Void Send will try and
Yeah.
eat them. And
Yeah.
Was
most
the,
professional
the War of
Reapers
the
learn how
Magi
to
was the
kill their own
seventh?
Void Send to prevent that from happening.
Or was that the sixth?
War of the Magi was
Yeah.
the
7th Umbral, I believe.
The seventh Umbral Calamity.
yeah because no sorry 7th was Bahamut.
Yes, I remember.
It was.
Oh, yeah, no,
it was the
six.
It was
six.
it's six. It's six. Six is the
Six.
War of the Magi.
Hold
5th
on.
was the Great
I had
Flood.
a pull the
Fourth
thing for it.
was. Fourth was.
Oh, it culminated
Fourth
in the
was the
sixth Umbral
earthquake.
Calamity. Yes.
Yeah, the 4th was the earthquake with the Crystal Tower and the fall of the Allegan Empire. The 3rd was the thunderstorms that basically rent the world. I forget what the 1st and 2nd ones were. Because each one's an element type.
Fire.
Yeah, there was one of them was the fire that swept across the
certain
globe or
reasons.
across the
The star.
Yeah.
I think that was the first calamity, actually, now that I think about it. I think the fire was the first, and then... I think 2nd was wind? No, 2nd was the ice. 2nd was ice. Because the world froze over, which is how the Makote tribes actually came to Eorzea. And that's how the Makote came to the, and split into the 26 tribes.
The water froze over and they just walked across.
Yep, the whole
It made a
world froze
land
over.
bridge.
Yeah.
Literally, yeah.
I know. I think at one point, Karthus was full of grass and green before it got
Yes,
frozen
but
over.
it changed because of the 7th Umbral Calamity. It was because of Bahamut's. No. Bahamut fucked that up.
Yeah.
I know lore shit.
Lore.
Alright, I'm gonna go and stream. I'll be right back.
That's fair.
Okay.
I don't think he's paying attention.
Nope.
No.
He's
doesn't seem
vibing.
like it.
I think he's vibing. I think
No.
he's doing something.
You vibing.
Huh? What's up?
Oh! Fucking shame. Went over your head, my guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I'm not dead.
giving you a fucking shave. Unless I go.
One moment, my freaking thingy's being weird again.
One day we will talk about
One
Void
day.
Sent. And it will just be fun.
I need to put a picture in the G-Post tab of her Void Sent.
There we go, I'm back now.
Even if I can't get the actual thing to work, I put a picture in the G-Post
There's
thing.
a-
Yeah, that works. Also,
There's a
Mm-hmm.
temptation.
they
in
didn't
me.
tell them. You want to know why?
What? Oh. I mean,
You
I can
asked,
imagine
she
a number
cornered.
of reasons why. Huh?
Rather, Aster asked. She cornered him. So they were like, I don't want to tell you. I don't want to tell you.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't really consider that cornering. They were like, you must have a reason for thinking like this.
They felt that way because they got highly triggered as they were going heavily into detail of things that they definitely went
fair
through.
enough.
Yeah. I'm feeling
Giving
too many
highly
things. I'm not
specific
giving you anything.
examples.
Yeah.
He's okay. It's okay. Aster won't give away secrets yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Traitor in the making.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
jest.
His favorite word.
Yes, it is his favorite. He's such a shit. God.
He is. He is. It's okay. I've come to predict it.
Being predictable is a worse fate than death.
Huh?
Almost as bad as being boring.
Yeah. That's funny. Aster considers herself incredibly boring.
He doesn't. She's
the one who's just like, you're interesting. She's just like, am I really? What?
She is weirdly
crazy,
paradoxically comfortable. And he has no idea why, and it skeeves him his
Yeah.
it freaks him out because he doesn't understand why.
Yeah. She is the kind of person who is like, I mean, yeah, I guess I could be evil, but that's too much work.
It's too much effort to be evil.
Yeah.
I think it's
I'd just rather be nice.
She engages seriously even when they go obviously malicious. And that's why I think that's happening.
Did he hear her thoughts on why he's like this?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I think a side effect of his training.
She's not wrong. The training combined with the trauma just really exasperated things in the worst way possible.
You win.
Flawless victory.
Finish him.
Perfect.
Perfect.
I might have to do the sound effect. That might be too satisfying.
I told you.
No, I might
told
not
you.
want to because it'll be too satisfying. Because I'll sit here in the post.
No, you
while we
need
just
to
went-
do this. I need you to do this. I need you to do this. I need you to do this.
I swear to fuck, people run into your frying pan to make it happen.
I'll get the TF2 frying pan.
Oh
no! See, this is so. What I have for my sword, I have a sound effect, so it's just like, because if I don't have it toggled on.
Whenever you swing.
Yeah. So I have a toggle that turns on the audio, so you can always just have that on there, so you don't automatically that you don't have the audio going off all the time.
The WoW emote.
My favorite one is Malevolence, or AKA Autism Hands.
Oh yeah.
Creepy
What's the conversing thing for Mikote where they're like?
Oh, that is the scheme emote.
Oh, is it?
Literally titled. It's titled scheme.
One hand on
It's
the
titled.
I don't know if I have that.
It's called
Is
scheme.
that one of like the default ones, or is that one you have to like
No.
unlock?
No, you have to
unlock
get it.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, unlock.
Like, I don't think I've ever seen Aster scheme.
So it is.
But I kind of want to see it.
Oh, where do you get that one from?
I know for Malevolence
trying to
it's
think of where you get
Boja.
that one.
Ghost Salsa?
Malevolence is Boja. There's a lot of like the special emotes, and you can look at them up on the wiki. Honestly, just look it up on the wiki.
Okay.
So there's converse,
Unlockable
there's
emotes.
scheme. There's a lot of them that have repeating
I think
motions.
Scheme is Eureka.
There's what's
I
for
don't
me
think so.
what's funny is there are some where it's
You
like,
can buy it,
oh
though.
man,
I know
I
you can
really
buy
like
it.
this race.
All right,
version of
Christy,
this.
so listen.
But then you look at it like for
I'm all ears.
Viera, and I'm just like, oh shit,
let me look.
so shitty.
You know what? I'm done
So
streaming.
their
our
blush
characters
emote
literally had a
looks
bit
less
today.
like they're blushing and more like they're just telling you like, oh, no, ew, go away. Ew.
Ryder was like, I've had it up to here with this shit. And then you came up, and started doing your thing, and he was just like,
Niche, for one moment, was endeared to Ryder, and they had no idea how to fucking process that.
My favorite.
Yeah.
Like, oh god.
Okay.
he was like, I'm through with this shit. I'm tired of the worms.
Pyros.
And then you came up and did this. Literally, it's like, I'm going to kill everyone.
Yeah, you were
Really
right.
much of Eureka yet.
That's where his mind was.
Yeah,
right?
that one takes a while.
Yes.
You
What level are you stages now?
That's where it was.
90?
80.
But yeah.
Oh, they will! Niche is avoiding until he gets
I
his
just thought that moment was
revenge
pretty
done.
I'm predicting that there's
'Cause,
a
like,
good
for the
chance
longest
that by the
time-
time I get to Endwalker,
For the
my
longest
sage
time,
will
Ryder
already
was
be
wanting to figure
level
out how to get
90.
along with Nietzsche, and it was like,
Oh, it'll
damn, it's
absolutely be
impossible.
before then. Trust me.
Yeah, no, it's just
Yep.
Insane.
They,
doing
even when you
something
give
else.
the right answer, Niche is like, how do I interpret this
So there's
negative,
another- I'll
negatively?
give you a
I
list of the
must
ones that are, like, the
interpret this
conversation-based
negatively.
emotes.
How?
Yes.
Another one.
Yeah.
I have like them all
Yep.
favorited, so I can like just.
So,
touch what they are.
I thought that moment was really cool, too. I just wanted you to know.
Great. It was great. I can't wait for like about 2 to 3 weeks from now.
Apparently, there's a program
Thing I
called
have
Final
prepared
Fantasy
will finally be done.
Explorer, but I think I actually have that because I was looking at different tools for exporting
Treat.
stuff.
Crazy Shadow Fang.
One of the other things
How in the
that I
fuck
really
nugget did you get in here?
A hold
How'd
up.
you get in here?
Hi, Carrie.
Final Fantasy is the VFX textures, and I managed to
got let
find
in here
someone
like
who had
some
taken
time
and
ago,
packaged
but
up
I
all
haven't
of
gotten
the textures,
my
or at
I'm gonna
least
go.
at the time, all of
Good
the
night,
textures
guys.
that were in the
Later.
game for VFX.
Yeah, I'm ahead on
I had fun.
And I was looking through it, I'm like, oh my god, there's so many good ones.
What? No, I'm sorry. Dang it. Shit, that's the worst when that happens. Fucking VRChat latency, dude. David Boy! Thank you for the 32 months! Ow! I ran into the door. Thunder! 9 months! Hi! I am doing great. How about you? Yo, that watch streak, though. Thank you, dude, bro. Sea-Dog! 49 months! Rather, 46 months. Still awesome. Thank you. Empire Cooks, thank you so much for the 20. Oh my god, 25 months. That's so fucking long. My god. Whenever I find a new, like, regular sub, it always, like, hits me and they're like, oh my god, you're still here. Hi. I love you. Ooh. Is there a snow version of Final Fantasy Sandworms? I have no idea. But chat. I'm gonna let you in on something. I'm not telling them. But I'm making a chibi MIDI for the event. It's gonna be so cute. They aren't ready. What would ever be the options of Mona particularly going to the meat rack like she first expressed? What would ever be the options? She just go? Pretty much. I have intents of being her at that place at some point. I just want to wait for my hand to recover more. I willfully joined this session with my combat stuff, like, mostly, fucked because I can't do any of the floor throwy things right now. Because I didn't want to hurt myself again while I was still recovering. Chances. It's something I intend to do. It's just gonna be, a little bit of a wait until then. Like, once I actually get better. Because, like, this still really hurts on contact. Still recovering. It's almost there, though. Anywho, everyone, I hope I made your night as much as you have made mine. Good night, my starlings, and let's find someone to raid.